welcome back to Off the Beaten Quest. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we are so glad that you did. There's a lot of D&D actual play podcasts out there, but you chose this one. And you will be glad too that you came at the right time. This is a combat episode, and we're excited to get right into it. Last episode, our adventurers traveled to the fog-choked town of Swamp Tree. They took some time there to gather supplies and find a guide that could lead them out of the town to the Aarencia Aeronautical Alliance that lies just beyond the mountains. A treacherous journey. It's through a mirage-filled fog, which ultimately led them to a trap where their guide was secretly an imposter. And then, when a message from Swamp Tree met them on the path, it caused the imposter to reveal himself. I promise I won't trip up as many on these words as we get into this. But this is where we will rejoin our adventurers. So, the group now being attacked from all sides as they are essentially stabbed and pulled off of their horses, as Ira is standing at the front of this pathway, staring down the face of the man that has revealed himself. Each of the assassins will essentially roll an attack on you all.
Ow.
While that's happening, can I borrow a pen? Because mine's vanished.
You want red? You want black? You want
It just
purple?
needs to write. Whichever color you're not using.
Pick a color.
Okay, thank you.
Pick a color. Any
It sounded
color.
way more mean than I meant for it to, so I apologize for that.
Oh.
All right, let's see.
Petition for the lowest damage to be given to Sable.
What?
I don't think it works like that.
I don't think it works like that there, Chief. Essentially, they're all going to be hits, and they will be sneak attack, all things considered.
Scary.
So Jax is going to take...
Oh my god. That was a lot of dice.
amount of
you
dice.
just dropped.
So he takes 32 point piercing damage. And then the
Remember lowest.
it's so each of the Eliana, Verity, and Sable are all going to take, I had the number, 27 points of piercing damage.
Can I use my Breath of the Cosmos tattoo to turn incorporeal and half that damage?
Would you be able to do that if you're surprised?
I don't know. It costs a reaction. So that's up to your call.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Question.
Got some crazy reaction time. Yeah,
Can I use Hellish Rebuke?
you can.
I have one use.
We're using all of our reactions.
I'll use them
Yeah.
reactions now, I guess.
Well, I have a use and I have a casting, so I'm
Okay.
gonna use the use.
And then what is the saving throw? does it just do the
It's a
damage?
Dex 15.
Natural 20.
Okay, so you take half.
And then Ira. You are also going to take sneak attack damage because he doesn't need to have anybody around him.
Lame, but it's fine.
You take 2 damage. Or sorry, that's half 1 damage.
So he takes 1 damage.
I rolled 2 ones.
You tried your best.
And I didn't succeed.
You did, because it's 1 more damage than he had before.
That's
He
true.
has a paper cut now.
It's a paper gun.
He stabs you, and then essentially like a little a fire spurts out.
Ow.
So it is, let's see.
I heard metal dice.
Yeah. Read it on accident.
Allie F does not like metal dice.
I find it to be particularly triggering.
What?
It feels unnecessarily aggressive. Doesn't need to be that dramatic. It's just dice.
I like being dramatic.
Yeah, I gotta get some metal dice now, because I'm right next to her.
Well, you're not doing damage to me. I don't.
That's true.
It's damage to me that I mind. A dramatic little bitch.
It's super hard to do math.
He's like, you're all dogging in my ear and I'm trying to do math.
I just want to start singing.
I keep like losing my freaking train of thought. I'm pretty sure this is right.
Can I smell that dirt?
It's going to be 40 points of piercing damage.
I would like to use a superiority die
Okay.
to reduce the damage by 1d8.
Okay.
So I'm gonna parry.
Something.
Boy, do I.
Which would
It's
make
only
sense.
38, guys.
38.
Only
All right.
38.
Whoa.
And then
I'm not having fun.
with
Take
that,
what you can.
we are going to roll for initiative.
Let's get a good initiative.
Oh, it's my new dice.
Do it. Use it. Use it.
She has the bisexual colors. I don't think they did that on purpose when they made it, but
What is it?
Look at how
Ooh.
close we were. We're so close.
ooh, this combat music is different. I said this combat music is different.
Yeah. Sounds like a.
I like it.
I like it
Noise.
too. Oh.
Oh, this is spooky.
I like the guitar. It's nice.
What's your horse's name again? Sable?
All right.
Jerome.
Jerome.
I don't remember. Did I roll wheel or woe today? I think I rolled woe. Let me see. I set it on here before. Yeah, woe.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for initiative. I'm going to roll my initiatives.
We've all already rolled.
Well, I had to get the
Unless
math.
we're allowed to roll again.
Can we roll again?
I
No.
don't want to reroll. I like mine.
My people roll with advantage because you were surprised.
Aww.
Maybe I'll roll with it.
Okay.
You good?
Hey guys, I rolled better than the Thanatura fight, so like, I did. It's fine. We're good. We're good this time. I'm good for it.
I'm good for it.
I'm not gonna be last this time.
I might be lost.
Oh well.
Well.
Well,
What?
well.
Depends on your guys' modifiers. Yeah. Your modifier is really good though because
It
you're
is.
a rogue.
I mean, mine's not bad. Mine's +4.
Mine's +7.
Why is mine a
Oh yeah,
+2?
no, I'm going last.
Mine's +2 as well. It's based on your dex.
Ah.
Yeah.
Weird things together.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, I'm vibing with this music. God damn. It's fresh.
Ooh,
Whoa. It's reverberating back and forth.
that made my heart do a really pretty thing, and I was very excited about it.
Right?
Ooh, it's like dangerous, but it's also like mythical.
Yeah.
It's the
Like the fog.
Oh.
Makes me think of fairies, but like,
But also death. Nice.
but the makes me like think of like Asian music, like East Asian.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah. East Asian fairies in battle.
Should figure out what I want to do.
I'm excited to
I know.
die.
I'm like, what should I do?
No.
No. Ooh, where am I?
I don't know why I had the idea of just
So
folding.
get the lay of the land. All right, 25 to 20. Okay.
Okay.
So the two in the back are 23.
Yay.
The Lord is 22.
The Lord.
The
The
Lord.
Lord.
Wait, who's the Lord? Is that
Jax
in
is
front of me.
21.
Icky Tack? He's the Lord now.
A Lord and Savior, Icky Tack.
It's funny. All the four that I rolled are all in the 25 to 20 range.
I'm gonna ban dice.
19 to 15.
16.
17.
Ooh.
So 17 for Eliana.
Good news, all the healers are going first.
Oh, that's actually kind of bad.
Said 16.
Yeah. 16.
Because that means we're going to go first and then you're going to take damage. Instead of you guys taking damage and then us going.
14 to 10.
10.
I already got 10.
What'd Jax get?
Jack's got 21.
21.
Wow.
It was.
It always is. No matter the battle.
And then Ira,
6.
6.
It was a 2, but you know.
Well, it's that advantage because they surprised yo asses.
I don't think it influenced the dice roll at all.
That's why they got all theirs in the 20s at least.
They're just getting out now.
Okay. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
all right. So at the top of the round, it is the two assassins in the back.
Hi.
First one is a 25 to hit on Verity.
Yeah, you.
Second one is a dirty 20 to hit on Eliana. So those are, it's going to be a 7 on Verity. Oops, that bounced out. 6 on Eliana. And I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
You are giving baseball announcer vibes.
This Sunday night, it's John Cena. No. Oh, can't do that again.
11.
Con save, 11.
22.
22. You are... So, Eliana, you're safe. You take poison damage.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
11 points of poison damage. And then you cut that in half on a success. So you take 6.
Round up.
Yeah, that's what it did. Right? 5.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that is their turn. Now it's the Lord's turn.
The Lord.
The Lord.
Bless him, maybe.
The Lord is going to say to Ira, they said to keep you alive. Doesn't have to be in one piece.
Ew.
That is a 30 to hit.
No.
You thought.
Yeah, you thought. Wrong. Oh. I like that it's rotating between like really traditional combat and like this progressive
Yeah.
rock thing.
It's going to be 11 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna use another superiority die.
Are your daggers
Preparing?
magical?
I'm going to subtract 8 points from that.
8?
Trying to decide
Okay.
if that's a
That's what 3?
answer above
Yeah.
table or
Oh. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Sable doesn't know.
I was like, you look confused.
I was trying to decide like that sounds like an above table talk.
Oh,
What?
coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. Or maybe it already has happened
Maybe it's
before
already
this
happened.
episode.
We don't
Who knows?
As
We're
of
in
now.
the future.
we're like 5 episodes into it. You're like, hey guys.
Hey, past us. It's getting real meta in here. All right, so that's his turn. Jax's turn is up. Both of those are going to connect as he uses his key point to Fury of Blows.
Who's he going for?
He's hitting the one that's the assassin that's right there on him. That one also connects. And so does that one. So they all hit. Sure I'm using this correctly. When I use Fury of Blows, I can do one of a few things. I'm going to use the push whenever I do this. So essentially it's going to knock this person back 15 feet. Let me roll my damage.
Do you roll to hit?
I rolled to hit. All of them hit.
Damn.
For each of those. It's 12. That's 26 so far. $26. 44. That's going to be 58 points of damage. And so what's crazy about this is you see he essentially kind of like does a couple of hits and he hits like his last palm and it hits her right in the chin and you just see her whole bottom like jaw bone essentially snap up into her face and she just drops back on the ground.
Nothing more attractive than that.
I can think of a few things.
No, that's sorry. I'm thinking of it differently. Sorry. So he didn't kill her. Different health.
Hey, you can break someone's jaw and not kill them.
You're so true. So true.
Essentially broke the jaw, and this assassin's like looking like crazy bloody. There's just like blood like pouring down their face and like kind of going down their chin. Now it's the assassin's turn to rebuttal, as well as the one attacking Sable. So the one attacking Jax is going to hit. So no sneak attack, but it is going to be so it's 7 points of piercing damage, and Jax needs to make a con save. Save. He passes, so he takes half the points, so it's only going to be 2d6. So 7 points of poison damage, so was so 14 points, 14 points in total. So he lost 14 points. And then Now it's the other assassin attacking Sable. That is going to be a 13 to hit, so that misses. So essentially, it kind of like swipes at you, and you kind of like do one of those like dodges. So now it is going to be Eliana's turn.
So, what is our range of sight with the fog around us?
I'm going to say it's 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay.
You're essentially on this tree line right here.
Yeah. So we're in a gigantic forest. See a bunch of trees around me. So I'm gonna try a spell that I've never tried before. And I'm gonna try casting Wrath of Nature. I call upon the spirits of nature to rouse them against your enemies. Choose a point within range. The spirits cause trees, rocks, and grasses in a 60-foot cube centered on that point to become animated until the spell ends.
So you notice as you essentially kind of like try to tap into the nature around you, and there's a disconnect. You feel that there isn't, like you're not, it's almost like usually you're able to tangibly kind of like feel like you can touch nature and like commune with it. There's like, you're almost like you're grasping into thin air. So like, there's like, you're kind of like trying to grasp
Into
at this
thin
energy,
air.
and there's no pun intended
It's
with
the
the fog. And
Like-
you essentially, you hear in your head a laugh. Like a,
Oh, no.
and
Is this laugh familiar?
give me a history check.
Thanatar's back.
Like hell she is.
7.
7. You can't tell if it's familiar or unfamiliar, but it does rattle you a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll say that you attempt to try to cast the spell, but as you feel like you're not able to kind of do anything with it, it will cost your action, but you do get to keep the spell slot.
Okay.
So essentially, you attempted to do it, but it didn't, like nothing could tangibly fulfill. So it doesn't. I'll say you keep the spell slot, but it doesn't. You're not able to kind of grasp at what you're
Cool.
pulling. It's like trying to pull a string but you're not like reaching.
It's because of the fog. I can't see the string to reach it. Do I get the sense that this is because of the fog or a different?
You feel like the connection with
Like, is this
nature
like a
is cut off for
hallucination?
some reason.
Okay.
Because like I said, you didn't feel this connection, or at least you didn't notice it before. I'll use the 7 as the history check. You didn't feel the disconnection of yourself with nature like up until this point through the forest. But as you've kind of tried to tap into it now, it feels like there's something blocking it.
So what I'm going to do is that was my action. I'm going to like I can't see super ahead in front of me, but so there's only one assassin here next to me, right? Is there anyone else within like 10 feet, or is it just like that guy?
Just the horse.
Just the horse. hey guy. Hey horse. I'm gonna teleport. Oh, just a sec. I need to see shit. I'm going to use my Misty Step, and my leaves are gonna swirl around my beautiful body. I'm gonna go over just like right here. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna use my Misty Step, and while I'm using my Face Step, I'm going to try and charm the one assassin that is on me.
Okay.
They need to make a DC 17 charisma saving throw, I believe.
Have we done meets it, beats it? That's right.
Yeah.
So he literally got a 17. So it's a 15 plus 2.
I'm gonna use my reaction to use my woe,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bring that down. No matter what I roll, it'll bring it down underneath the thing. So they're charmed by me. I'm just so cute. I'm just a little cutie. So they're not gonna hurt me. Hey guys, there's an assassin in the back. Just don't hit them. They're chill. They're okay for now. Thanks. She shouts out to everyone.
And they stay charmed as long as one of us does not hit them.
Right, it's
Correct.
an ally
So which
that has
one
to
is
deal
that?
damage.
Which assassin did you turn?
It's the one it's the
this guy.
halfling in the back.
Okay, cool. And then, okay, and I can.
And just as Sable, you're on deck. Meaning you're up next.
Can I duck down almost
Like behind the
crouch
horse?
behind the horse to get half cover?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And that's gonna be my
Give
turn.
me, I'm gonna have you make a athletics check, because essentially once everything's starting attacking, the horses are all moving a little bit. They're kind of kind of not sure which way to go, so you'll kind of just use that to kind of stick behind it.
Guys, you want to know what my athletics is? It's +0 because I'm a druid. 11.
11? Okay. It's going to be a little difficult, but you're able to kind of pull it off. Sable, you're up.
Would it take an action to, rile my horse up so that they leave? Because I don't want them to get hurt.
Oh.
If I was go on, get! Would he go?
Come on, get.
And essentially, you would, because essentially it's kind of like smacking a horse on the ass to get it to run away. It would essentially be equivalent to that of an unarmed strike. So you would essentially have to do an unarmed strike on the horse. You can do non-lethal unarmed strikes. That's the thing.
Yeah, but that would be an action, right?
It would be an action.
So worth it, Jerome.
You're also a healer, so if they take damage, you can probably just fix them later.
They'd probably be really offended, though.
Yo, skeleton horses.
Yo.
Just saying.
I know I have to let people die, so, if Jerome heard me right now. Wow.
I feel like you said that all in your head. It was all in here,
Yeah. Ooh,
the internal
skeleton
struggles.
horse. Ooh. I guess what I'll do then is I'm going to do Vampiric Touch on the person in front of me
Okay.
to try to get some health points back and hurt them. Do I have to say first that I'm going to be doing luck to make sure that I hit? Or do I
You
roll it and then...
roll it, and then you see whether I don't tell you if it's a successor or not,
But I decide if I want to...
and then you decide if you're going to use a luck point based on the number that's rolled.
Got it.
So you roll it, and if you don't like the number, you use a luck point to make it a different number potentially.
I'm gonna luck point.
Okay.
I rolled a 2. Not much better. 16.
16. Just hits.
Yay! Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do 4d6. Oops. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm taking... Oh no, I have to do math. Half that amount. So
9.
9. I just didn't know if I roll up or down.
9.5. So 10. She takes 10.
Up or down?
Up.
Up.
Yes, you
Okay,
take 10.
Yay. And that was my spell.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yeah, you're vibing this this
I
combat
love this
music.
music.
So
This music is
good.
so good.
Did they do an update?
No, I just picked a different thing than we did because the combat for when we fought Thanatura had the music, and I know it's been similar to other combats we've done in the past, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna find something different.
Yeah.
So I kind of clicked
Nice.
around and found this one is called. It's actually on Derelict Station, so it's more of like a sci-fi one, but I like that it's different.
Yeah.
I like it. So I guess what you saw from Sable was she hit this person, and as she hit them, these green tendrils come out from her tarot card deck and just pull life back into Sable.
okay.
Nice.
And then if I move, it would be an opportunity attack. So I think I'm just going to look around. Is Verity the one behind me?
Yes, along the tree line, behind you. Yeah.
Is talking a free action?
No,
No? Oh.
you can say things if you want.
Yeah, it is.
So that means
free
yes.
action.
It's a free
Oh,
action.
okay,
yeah.
cool.
Just like crying and
Just
Following and self-pity.
Verity!
sponsored by crying is a free action.
Nice.
Yes.
Are your little stabby stabs magical?
Yes.
Fuck!
We can try to cast
And that's where
magical
she's gonna
weapons.
end.
Are you trying to cast a magical weapon? Is that
No, I have blood rot things. So basically, she would make festering wounds on everything she hits, but it has to be a normal dagger. Whatever.
you don't have a normal dagger?
Me?
Yeah.
I do, but I have to equip it, and that takes a turn.
It's not equipped already?
No, my mace is equipped.
Does
and
it have
it's
to be a
special.
dagger?
No, it could be any weapon that's not magical.
So your mace is not magical?
All your weapons aren't equipped. You have one equipped and one not equipped.
I have more than one
If
weapon.
it's showing up under your attacks, then it's considered equipped, by the way.
So it's not there.
Could she equip it as a free action?
I didn't even know I had another thing.
Okay, well, you would have to use your action to equip it.
I used my action. Can I
Yeah.
make it a bonus action? You
She's
want
like,
to do
"I'm
that so
bargaining."
bad?
No.
Okay,
Nice
then I have
try.
my turn. I have my turn.
It was good.
Tries to charm DM.
Cast Charm DM and I'm immune to charms. Go ahead. Verity, you are up.
Okay. Do I heal myself or do I just go for damage? Use the question. Okay then. If I go down, it's all right, y'all.
What?
I'll just get back up again. I'm going to steady aim as my bonus action, and then so now I have
Advantage.
advantage. Thank you. The word was escaping me. Okay, so I'm gonna do my melee attack.
Okay.
I don't like that dice. I don't like the vibes that one's giving me. I don't like that one either. Hold on. We're vibing. Okay. Ish. That's spells. I don't need spells. Wait. 22.
22 hits.
Orange. And then I'm gonna use my Nick. Hey Nick.
Hey.
Hey, that's a 19.
That hits.
Can you make
You
a
paused for a
character-
second. It scared me for a moment.
Can you make an NPC named Nick, and then we just meet Nick, and we're like, that's who he is.
All right, so I need 2d4.
Yeah, and he's gonna kill someone in a rice field with a antique. It'll be a knick-knack paddywhack.
I was like, where is he going with this?
Okay.
That was good. That was good.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I rolled 2 8s. I rolled 2 4s. So that is 18 for the daggers. And
So 2 8s and 2 4s.
Or sorry, it's 8 together. So I rolled 2 4s on my d4s. And then plus, wait, hold on. Is
You
that
should
right?
have 3d6 sneak attack damage.
I haven't rolled it yet.
Oh, okay.
I was rolling the daggers
So
first.
8 for the daggers
Yeah,
plus.
8 and then plus 10 for both.
Okay, so
times.
18.
Wait, does the horse count as an ally? Is that how you're getting your sneak
No,
attack?
steady
No,
aim.
Steady.
Oh.
As the running joke continues, I read my character sheet this time.
Yes.
Like, I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. Yes. 11. So for a total of 28 points.
29.
Ooh. What?
18 plus 11 is 29.
Yes, thank you. And I believe that is my turn.
Wow.
Huh?
You have like a little dog ear thing going on with your hair.
What?
Can you fix it, Allie? See,
I don't see it.
other side.
On the left, yeah, there's just one string. Perfect.
There you go.
So essentially, you kind of do this like.
Like a cute little.
Essentially, it's the equivalency of like Monk's like Fury of Blows, but you're kind of doing this like kind of crazy stuff with like your daggers, and you see this like kind of just like blood kind of like coming all like kind of cascading down from all these different stab wounds, as this character this enemy looks pretty bloodied. All right, last but not least, Ira.
Misty step! Jesus Christ.
We're gonna Misty Step and using my use of it instead of a spell slot. Let's see.
Okay.
Boop. And then she kind of just wants to leave. Just kind of what she wants to do, but she's gonna fire an arrow, I guess. Not a special anything.
So just a normal arrow. Okay.
Mhm. Well, because like if like everything special that would like hurt everybody else, and we're not
Welcome to my
No.
world.
not doing that today. I don't want to use that. Where are my? There's my kitty cat dice. 12 plus 18.
12 plus 18. That's a dirty 20. That hits.
It's a 30.
Oh, you said 18. Sorry, I thought you said 8 for some reason. No, you're right. That's a 30. That definitely hits.
30. I was like, wait, what? That's just a 1d6 plus 7. 5. 12 points of damage to our Lord and Savior.
12 points of damage.
Yeah.
So he is going to use his reaction to do an uncanny dodge. Actually, no. I would think because you Misty stepped behind him and then shot him, he can't see you. So it's only when an attacker can see you. So
And
essentially it would be the full
I
12.
didn't say, I should have said this. You said like 15 feet.
Yeah.
She's like, so if I need to like roll to see if I hit again, that's fine. I think she's gonna go like
You're
25 feet.
currently your character's 15 feet. If you were to move past the 15 feet of visibility, you would need to
'Cause
make
the fog.
you would make your attacks with disadvantage because you can't see past 15 feet.
Then fine.
But just stay within the
where I
15
am.
feet. You're fine.
Lame.
I can see from here. You're about 3
Oh,
inches.
I have 2 attacks, right?
You do.
17.
Does not hit.
Just misses.
It does not hit.
Bitch. It's fine. Whatever. That's all I can do. That's my turn.
Okay. So back at the top of the round, we got charmed and uncharmed. Lucky charms.
Damn. The lucky charm, there's only one of them.
So the charm lasts for a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Essentially 6 rounds, 10 rounds. Yeah, because math.
Let me double check. I think it's a minute.
So, but does that mean he attacks enemies along, like if that are enemies of the what's now considered allies? Or is he just like chilling, vibing?
They are charmed by me for 1 minute or until we deal any damage. So, until you or your companions deal any damage to the creatures. So whenever they're charmed by me, that means like that my allies are also theirs as well.
So essentially, would it mean that they would attack though, or they would just chill?
They would just chill.
Okay. And there's no roll to break at the end of turns. It's just considered for a minute, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing to break it is to do.
So essentially, I will say there wouldn't be any instinct for him to attack. He's just kind of not attacking you at the moment, so he's kind of just chilling.
He's just chilling.
The other one is going to attack Verity, and that is going to be a 24 to hit,
I would like.
or
Ooh.
22 to hit.
Yeah. I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
Okay. That's going to be a d6. So that you're going to take, it's 8 points of piercing damage. You cut that in half, so it's only 4 points of damage.
Okay, not bad.
But then you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Again.
Yep.
Please be nice to me this time. 18.
18. So you take half on success. So 8.5, 17. So essentially it's 9 points of poison damage. All right. So then that is their turn. Now it is the Lord's turn.
The Lord.
The Lord.
What's the lore on the Lord?
He is risen.
Is he wearing sunglasses?
No.
Oh, I will say that it looks like they changed charm in the 2024 version. It just says charmed by you. It doesn't say charmed by you and your allies.
Oh, so essentially it would still attack other people, just not you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. So he's going to turn around and he's going to look at Ira and he's going to fire off one of his daggers. That's going to be a 32 to hit.
So he's throwing it.
His
arms aren't 15 feet long.
So he'll move over to you. So can you move him to be in front of Ira?
Don't.
This, wait.
The guy with the 2 blades in his hand.
Nope. I'm confusing you on
crazy.
purpose. I'm confusing you on purpose.
I'm confused. There you go. Okay. So I was right the first time. You were just like, no.
Let me run away.
No.
And so he is going to. So he hits you with the dagger, and then.
Is that Gabe?
Yeah. I went.
So then you see
didn't like
he
it.
kind of does like one of these with a knife, and then he hits you with it after he spins it kind of on this like golden ring that he's kind of spinning it. And you are going to take, essentially you get hit with one dagger, but it feels like you being hit with 7 at the same time.
Oh!
So that is going to be 77 points of piercing damage.
77? Did I hear you right?
7.
Oh, 7.
Because it was 11 for the one dagger attack.
Do you want me to play the game?
None of that was crits, right?
That was not a crit.
Dang.
So-
I can't even help you.
She's down.
So she's
damn.
unconscious. So Ira falls unconscious.
Am I 15 feet away? Can I see that? Okay.
You're over. And so you hear him shout to the rest of the assassins, "She's unconscious. We've got what we came for. Finish them off." So now it is going to be Jax's turn. So essentially he
He can't see this. Let's be very clear. He cannot see what just happened.
correct because it's too far away.
But he did hear what they shouted.
Make this
Yeah.
decision. I'm going to make you follow it through.
Yeah, but he heard the guy like yelling from there. So he's going to use his Misty Step. And you see him kind of like, and he kind of bamps over to the side of this guy right here. And so then he is going to do the same set of Fury of Blows, or his 2 unarmed strikes with his Fury of Blows. First one hits. Second one hits. Third one, so the first Fury of Blow does not hit. The fourth one does. Okay. Okay, so... Oh. Forgot my superiority dice on the other one, so I probably would have done more damage on the person I attacked, but I'm going to do... So... It's a D8 on an attack. It's going to be 23 for the first hit. I'm going to do these one at a time because I'm not going to remember the math. So it's going to be 18 for the second hit that hits. And then 21 for the third one.
21.
21. But then he is going to use Action Surge.
Oh.
So he's going to Action Surge. I'm gonna fucking... Where's that thing? Gotta check it off. So don't forget. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. God damn.
Why did I think that it was someone else action surging? I was like, no, don't action surge on Ira. And I was like, wait, it's Jax's turn still.
It's like, yeah, get him.
Get him! Get him!
All right, so then he is going to get 2 more attacks on the guy. That one hits as well. They both hit. So another 18 points of damage on this guy. So that's going to be another 17 points on this guy. And then, so I'm going to change. So essentially the order of that, right, is going to be a little different. So essentially he hit him with the first 2 attacks, action surged, hit him again, and then he Fury of Blows to essentially do on the second hit from the Fury of Blows, he's going to use the push to knock him back 15 feet. The order matters. So then it knocks him back 15 feet.
Oh, shit.
You're welcome. And Jack says, "Stay the fuck away from her." And he kind of like, poof, like hits him back.
Yes.
All right. Now,
He's not rich though, so
Whiskey.
what?
It's always a downside.
What was that even about?
I don't even know.
I don't even know where that came
He
from.
was rich until he gave Ileana money first.
That's true.
You talking about
so
Jack?
needy.
Oh,
It's like when he's a 10, but he's blank.
I was like so confused.
He said he's not rich.
What the heck?
It's okay. Ira's rich enough for both of them.
her parents are rich. Parents' money does not equal children's money.
So the one assassin comes around and comes up to Eliana.
No. Oh my god, this is perfect. Thanks.
Just checking. So technically, the other assassin, the Lord, is not 5 feet within 5 feet. So that assassin still cannot sneak attack. And the attack misses on Eliana. All right. Eliana, or wait. And the other one that's attacking Sable. I wasn't going to forget.
Why not?
You got excited.
You want to forget so bad.
That is going to be a 14 to hit.
Doesn't.
Nice. Okay. So that second attack misses. And now it is Eliana's turn.
This is. I'm like, do I
Come on, if I'm going to line them up, knock them down.
I know. I'm like, you lined them all in a line. That's why I'm like, okay. I'm gonna, because I was like, should I heal Ira? But I'm like, Sable exists. And she goes right after me. So I'm just gonna fuck him up.
Sable can't see Ira.
I can't see Ira either, technically,
Yeah,
but I
technically
just know
all you
you're
see
down.
is that like Jax essentially kind of like knocks. You hear Jax yelling, "Stay the fuck away from her!" And you see the guy like kind of like poof, like come out of the fog into your field of vision.
And Sable's nosy, so she's gonna want to go.
okay. Sable, do you got Ira? She asks.
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action face step again. I'm gonna go up loop. And I'm gonna Missy step over here to get them all in a diagonal line, all 3 of them.
Nice.
Okay.
And I am going to, let me mark off my step. And I'm not going to waste my time to charm them because I'm going to do damage to them anyway, so it's not going to matter. I'm going to cast, fuck it, we'll cast it at 5th level.
Ooh.
I'm going to cast Ride the Lightning. So.
Okay, Thor.
Eliana's body is going to start flickering and like surging with this purpley blue energy, and she is going to transform into a
Piece of lightning.
A piece of lightning and jump forward
Where the hell is this thing?
and hit all of these guys in a line forward
That's what, 15 feet?
and end up on the other side. It I can teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space, and each
Okay.
creature within 5 feet of the line created between your starting point and final destination takes 4d6 lightning damage unless they succeed on a dexterity saving throw to have the damage. I'm casting it at 5th level to do 5d6.
Okay. The Lord
The
passes.
Lord, people are never in one line, so I've never done it.
So the Lord
usually
gets
spread out.
the Lord has a 28 for the dex save.
Okay.
The Lord is not affected by your lightning.
He still takes half, but he is not as affected from the lightning.
The one behind him is 16.
Okay, it's a 17.
Okay, so that's a fail. Then the one by Sable is a 13. So the two behind the Lord failed. The Lord's followers do not succeed.
Behind the Lord. That's 18. 18 points of what kind of damage is this? Lightning damage. Yeah. 18 points of lightning damage or 9 for half.
Okay, so 9 for the half. And then you said 18?
Yes. And then I turn back to Eliana, and a few of my leaves are a little burnt from the lightning.
Hey.
I'm gonna teleport here, so then I don't hit Sable.
Okay. So Sable, you are up.
Oh, hey, there you are.
All of a sudden, you see like this like
A little
crackle
crispy.
of like lightning, and all of a sudden, poof, like Eliana's like right next to you.
Hi.
Sybil goes, ah!
Because it almost like comes down to the ground, where it almost like feels like lightning came down, but it didn't like come from the sky. It just came from like 5 feet away from you.
What are you?
A child of the sky.
So,
Yeah, Justin.
That's great. That's good.
so when it says unoccupied space that I can see, that means I can't storm door over to Ira because I can't see it.
You can't.
Dude, you have Stormdeer too?
That's funny.
Okay.
But I think the one of you has the other version of it. It's the one that comes from the Book of Ebon Tides. So essentially,
That's what I have.
It does you have the one that does like a little bit of extra stuff on top of it.
Yeah, I can't use it. Okay, so Sable's gonna kind of like look at the lady in front of her. She's gonna do one of these. And try to run past her, like psych her out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you will take an opportunity attack.
If you
Didn't work.
No, that's not how that works.
you wanted to,
You can't psych her out?
you could take your action to disengage, but I don't know if you need
Yeah.
to use your action for something else.
Nah, I need that.
Okay.
So I'll take that opportunity to attack, but she's still gonna go like. You never know, you know.
You
She's gonna
never
go
know.
how far can she?
The opportunity attack misses. This was only a
Nice.
7. 7 plus 7 is 14.
Nice. Can I go 30 feet even though I can't see in front of me?
In theory, yeah.
Okay. Where would that put me?
Wherever you want to go, girl.
Where would that put me?
Towards Ira. Ooh, can I touch her?
So you are within 15 feet. You essentially get around and you kind of come out of this fog, and as you see her like right there, she essentially is like unconscious on the ground, and Jax is kind of like standing in front of her.
Okay. So when it says touch, what does that mean? 5 feet? Not 15
Yeah, 5 feet is touch. Yeah,
Okay,
you have to
so
be
I'm
right next
within
to her.
15, but I'm not next to her.
Correct.
Right, yeah. 5 feet will always be
The touch.
yeah.
Okay. So I guess what she's gonna do is she's gonna see Ira on the floor. She's gonna be like, not a good look. And she's gonna cast.
Hitting her while she's down. That's crazy.
She can't hear me.
Oh, that's going to be one failed save? No, I'm just kidding.
It's one burn, actually. Yeah, it was a crit. Mass healing word, and she'll
Ooh.
do because Jax is next to her.
Correct.
Yeah.
Myself, Ira, but I can't see anyone else. No, they're
Does it
too
have to
far.
be someone you can see?
It does.
Yes.
Okay.
So you essentially, if you cannot see anybody else,
I can do the 3.
you can do the 3.
Okay, out of 6. Okay, not bad. Whatever. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Okay,
How many
we'll do that.
dice does it? What is it for the healing?
2,600.
I agree.
That's nice. It's only 3d4 plus 4.
3d4 plus
Yeah.
4.
Hey,
I'm gonna
I
go
don't have to
for it.
roll death saves.
So what I'm going to say, well, I'm not going to do that kind of thing.
No, do it, do it.
Because essentially, you're in theory, if you're doing it for 4 people, that's 4d4 worth. Roll 2 d4s, and you're still going to add the 4, so it's a guaranteed 4 on the other one. But essentially, the third d4 that you would be rolling for the 4th person, you don't roll that. But I can not make that ruling.
Because it's for
It's
like
up to
per
6 people.
person.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. So that's the mentality I'm going off of because it's for 4 people. So essentially, you're getting like a guaranteed heal on one person, and then you're rolling the hit points on the other 3. So because she's not doing it for all 4 people, one of those dice would essentially be removed. But again, that's not what the spell says. So,
Okay. That was cool though. Oh, pretty cool.
but no, but go ahead, roll roll the 3d4. Yeah.
I don't want that one. I want this one.
But it wants you.
I should have chose the other one. It's fine.
Said it wanted you.
Okay. 12 points of healing for everyone. For the 3.
The 3. Yep. So 12 points. So Ira is now like wakes up on the ground.
Wake up!
Please tell me Sable makes that face and like no.
Nope.
So that was your action, your movement.
Yep. And she's gonna look at Ira and she's gonna be like, literally like that.
Like the finger guns.
Yeah.
Like,
look what I can do.
hey.
Praise me.
Praise be. Is that what you
Hey.
fucking said?
Praise me. Yeah. But yeah, hey, that's probably her turn.
You are not the Lord.
No. No, but I am your savior.
Oh, shit.
Is that your turn?
Lame.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Verity, you're up.
Okay.
Sometimes I think about like, what if I like worked at a day job and I was like, I need a religious exemption because I believe and enjoy a different pantheon on Sundays. So technically, it's not a lie.
You know, I've thought about that a lot.
Okay.
It's they've given it for people before, but not for but for religious reasons, but not for that. So I was like, do I really push this?
They're choking on my coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cause damage this
You're
round.
Not gonna what?
Cause damage.
Okay. You're gonna disengage.
I love the look you're giving me. It's the crazy eyes. I don't think I am.
We both started popping at the same time.
Oh.
Say, because the person in front of you is real bloody.
They're so bloody.
Don't worry, your little spreadsheet, you can skip a few steps if you need to.
She
Listen.
made a spreadsheet for her character.
It's a flow chart, all right? It's different phases.
They're not phases, Dad.
It's not a phase, Dad.
Oh my god. This is insane.
But you're gonna tell me that this
I mean,
isn't
it makes
cool?
sense. This is cool. That's what I mean. Like, insane in a good way.
It's insane
It's
in the
so-
membrane.
So for context, so I don't have
just
to
say, do what you want.
search.
Don't, yeah. Go
So I
for
don't
it.
have to search through it. Everything that I know that like my top choices that I always do, I have it right there. That way
Listen.
I know.
Whatever paddles your canoe, my friend.
Listen, it's the ADHD. I need help.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, whatever fluffs your marshmallow, you know, like
I've never heard that one.
whatever stokes your fire, you know, it's
That one, yeah.
do you know what?
What?
Well, no. Fine. I'll just do a regular melee attack. Son of a. 15.
It just misses.
Is the horse her ally?
Yeah, is the horse my ally?
I mean, I would think so. You've made amends enough with them.
16.
16 just hits.
Yes!
Was that your nick?
Actually, technically, that was 17. Well, you said that they're my ally, and that means I technically
Get sneak attack.
I get sneak attack.
So, and then this is where the rules, I'm confused because it just says on a successful attack, you get sneak attack.
Yes.
So technically Nick would count
Yes.
Yeah.
if your first one missed. So I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll for that sneak attack.
The horse is like looking at him sternly. He's
The horse looks at Verity and is like, do it.
It just gives me the look. 13. And that's not including
That's the sneak attack damage, or that's just with your knife damage?
That's technically just sneak attack.
So 13 for sneak attack. Okay, roll for the knife damage.
Plus 7,
So 20. 20 in total?
I think.
Yeah, 13 plus 7 is 20.
Is it
Plus 5?
Yeah, that's 20.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Math is hard.
That's okay.
How they looking? Because that'll determine my next move.
They like essentially like kind of take another set of like stabs, and there's like kind of like in and out of this like almost like dazed from like blood loss.
Dude, I felt that. Me and my narcolepsy.
So they're not down.
They're not downed.
Bonus action 2 weapon fighting.
Okay.
That's why I was asking, because that was
Yeah, because Nick doesn't count as your bonus action, so
Yeah.
go for it. And sneak attack is just a trait. It's not a thing.
27.
That definitely
Whoa.
is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Heck yeah. 8.
8?
8.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, Verity. Oh. So Verity takes her daggers, and she kind of goes, almost like one for the throat. One, she like dips into the side,
Mm-hmm.
because that's her. Oh, wait, no, it's 2. Hold on, because it wasn't a 3. Sneak attack. For the sneak attack, or I guess for the 2 weapon fighting, because that was the last one.
Yeah.
Right before she does it, thank you. Can I try and do this as a soul thing too?
Sure.
So she thinks of the patron in mind, and then she, with her 2 weapon fighting, she goes for the heart.
Okay. So you take like the first one to the throat, and then the second one stabs straight in the chest, and you see the like shadows like come off the hilt of the blade, and it kind of like goes into the chest, and you see this like purple like essence being like ripped out of it into the hilt of the dagger, as the body like essentially devoid of like any color in their skin, kind of like almost like grayed skin, kind of like falls back onto the ground like with a yes.
Cool.
You hear this like as it's like coming out of the inside of the chest.
And then I can still use my my speed, right? I can still move.
Yeah, you still have your movement.
Sweet. Well, I have 40 feet.
Okay.
So I am splayed.
The one that the enemy that's like raising their daggers is so funny to me. They're just like facing no one. They're like, ah. Oh, okay.
I did juke her.
She's like, ow, you hurt me with lightning.
I think I'm gonna go for in the middle. So I think right behind the person with the daggers.
Mm.
We're like within this line. Right there?
So that way we're flanking.
Nice.
Or right here. Oh, on this
Yeah.
one. Okay.
So we're flanking.
Oh.
Because that means you should get advantage, right? Not just me. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Because she only sees Eliana.
That's true.
And
All
that would
right.
be it.
So,
bright
Ira,
orange.
now that you are conscious,
I want to go home.
Like, I want to go back for more.
Literally, just wants to go home. Laying her down mattress, to her down comforter. Her bunny. I love how these things, like, I've been looking for it. I don't know where it is. There it is. Found it. Is that a bonus action or an action? Is second wind a bonus action or an action?
second wind is, I believe, a trait. So I think it's just a bonus. It's just like a feature.
It should.
It's a
specify
bonus action.
on.
Sorry. Second wind is a bonus action.
Okay. Maybe I wanted.
Depending on your level, it gives you, I think, 1d10 plus 3.
Yeah. So where it is, where it tells me how much it is, and then where I tick it off are not in the same place. So I'm like
D&D Beyond. Come on.
struggling to find it. Okay.
I've seen like TikToks of people making those jokes.
What's like just
You
put
want to stumble around like you would with a pen and paper? D&D Beyond.
or just like freaking just
Shout out
put
to
the
Legends
charges.
of Adventures.
Just put the charges right next to it. Like it's there's space in the column.
That
In
clip
the
from them
UI.
is so funny. They just do
It
like a
is.
whole like fake promo. They're like, it's D&D Beyond. You just don't need the gray smudges on your character sheet.
I'm gonna use half my action to stand up.
Okay. Half your movement. Yep.
That too. But I'm gonna use
No. Put it where it needs to be.
What?
You were right.
what?
Move her over. Oh well.
Jack.
What did he do?
He's trying his best.
I'm gonna use
He was
half.
a little bit backwards, but it's fine.
That's
He's looking at his
bonus
love.
action. Okay. 15.
Her beauty just knocked
So
him down.
15 of your movement.
No. Well, yeah, that too. But I used 15 of my lay on hands, my bonus action, to
Okay.
selfishly heal.
So the second one was your bonus action. Are you gonna use it as your action then?
No. So I instead of second wind, I did lay on hands.
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I
Okay,
flip flopped.
okay, sorry.
I'm saving the second one for later.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she really wants to go home. That's just what she wants to do. But she can't do that. $19 plus 13 is 30.
31.
31.
I
And
don't
then
know how I feel about
No, it's
that
actually
one.
32. It's 32. It's
32.
You know it's better than 31.
Boo, 32.
and then 27. Does that hit?
That does hit.
1d6. Ah! I'm gonna be a good little girl and not use that. It's okay, because I still got the 6 on a different dice. That's fine. 6 plus 7. 13.
I'm gonna be a good little girl. I'm not gonna use. What the fuck did you just say?
So it fell out of my hand.
What's the damage?
It fell out of my hand and was a 6. I was like, that feels wrong. It feels like I cheated. So it's a 6 plus 7. That's a 13. Then a 4 plus 7, which is a what? I don't know.
11.
11 points
So
of
24.
on
Okay.
main fuck stick.
He's going to use his reaction for an uncanny dodge.
I don't like him. How many does he get to have?
Or wait.
Once per turn.
Yeah.
Uncanny dodge is once per turn.
Once per
Round?
Once per attack, I think.
I think it's reaction.
I think it's a
It says-
reaction.
So he only gets to block one of them then.
Yeah.
If it's once per attack, he only gets to block one action.
Well, he didn't use it the first time because he couldn't see you. Remember, so I gave you full damage on that one because he didn't see you when you flipped behind him. So now he's actually using it.
So
Technically, he's more than
It's-
15 feet away right now.
you said it's uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
When an attacker you can see hits
And your
you
mic.
with an attack. When an attacker you can see, or yeah, you can see hits you with an attack. You can take a reaction to have the attack's damage against you round down.
Right. And I didn't use it the first time, like I said, in that round. because you were hitting him in the back. This is a new round. I didn't use it any other round.
He can't see me now, though. He's more than 15 feet away.
He's getting out the measuring stick.
Little stick.
The stick.
Oh shit. Good call.
The
24.
This fog, man.
How does he look now with a 24?
ruler is our
damage
new lord.
done?
I mean, he's pretty hurt. So now that is that your turn?
Yeah.
Did you
Okay.
attack once or?
She did the 2.
I did 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I fired 2 arrows.
All right.
Boop,
So
boop.
now that we're back at the top of the initiative, you guys, you hear a rustling in the trees as one.
Cole!
Who
No.
the fuck? Who? Wait.
What that?
Wait,
Ew, no, get away.
Wait.
Wait, put it back on the
no.
rock. That looks cool.
What if?
No, but I can't.
Put it back on there. It's cool. It just falls off.
Ooh,
So they come out
okay.
of the trees and have joined the initiative.
Ew.
You added
Ew.
little bow and arrow.
I mean,
guys? Is
cool,
that
but
what they-
ew.
They are essentially 2 more assassins came out of the trees.
Ew.
And it's
They're
also
flocking.
at this same moment that you guys give me a group perception check.
Okay.
Oh,
What the fuck
I
is?
still
It's going
use
to be a
it.
21.
21 from Jax. Nope. Put it in the tray.
Oh.
18.
I need you to look at this dice. There's no number on this part. Is that a nat 20? It rolled like there's like nothing on here. I can't tell if it's a nat 20 or a 1.
Isn't the 20 usually on the opposite side of the 1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that is a nat 20.
Hey, it's just
Nice.
blank. Like it just shows the eye.
Because the eye is supposed to see through it. That's
Yeah.
the whole gimmick.
It's a
So,
liquid.
so nat 20, 21,
12.
It's a 12.
to 12.
12.
reverse.
18.
Reverse 21.
Reverse
18.
12.
12. 2 12s.
Two 12s.
At this moment, you feel this like rumble underneath the ground.
Another purple worm.
Eliana, what is that?
I don't fucking roll a nat 20. So
This
I guess-
horse gets sucked into the goes into the swamp.
No. My
I should have
horse.
told Jerome to go. That's not Jerome, though. Jerome has speckle butt.
Guys, I told them I'd protect. I told them we'd protect them. And
Look what you've done.
You say that?
I'm trying my best.
I don't see her, so I don't actually say that. But Sable would totally say that. Just to
And
make her feel bad.
then so you see as this like pile of like moss and looks like ground and rocks and different things, you see essentially as something kind of like stirs and it like kind of almost like stands up, and you see this kind of like emerging from the marsh.
Mush.
All the people with a 20 and above see this
Ew.
like thing kind of emerge from like the side of the trees.
Ew.
But like
Ew.
he's kind of cute.
I'm turning around. I don't see him.
Maybe he's friendly.
I don't see him either.
Maybe he's friendly.
Oh no. Who is she? Who is she?
And,
guys.
It's something like a monster. Yeah, it's like this crazy like fungal kind of like group of plants and marsh kind of like gets up from the ground.
Guys, there's a plant monster that has entered the arena.
What? Where?
It's entered the arena. A new hand has touched the beacon.
Does he look nice?
No. Wait, does he look nice?
Does he look nice?
I got a nat
to you?
20. Does he look nice?
No.
Oh, he looks so. No, he doesn't. He looks really scary.
Ew.
And so it lets out this like kind of like screech combination with like a growl. It's like high pitched. I'm definitely not going to do it because it'll kill my throat.
Dude.
And so at this moment, because the horse like the horse right beside it as it kind of like spooks it essentially, and the one that just kind of got pulled up underneath. This kind of all happens in the same like 5 to 10 seconds.
No.
All the horses essentially like start running. I need Sable and Ira to make athletics checks because essentially to dodge, I'll make these two roll the same thing. As like it's almost like a stampede. I'll have Jax kind of like
Natural
dodge
20.
them.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
I kind of wish that Ira could just like grab the mane and just like haul herself over on the back of one of them.
Could I perhaps vie for maybe a
Natural 20.
dexterity saving throw
Well,
instead of an
you got your
athletics
footsteps on.
check?
Well, I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration.
Yeah, it'd be a dex save. Actually, go ahead and do a dex save.
Oh,
Yours was
dex
a natural 20. Yeah.
That might be better for you.
I was gonna say I
18.
kind of want to
Oh,
18%, so it's a 28 in the dex save.
spirit the horse movie thing.
Yeah, you're not able to. You're essentially you're trying to get trampled at this moment.
I love Spirit. That's one of my favorites.
And then just go.
Okay, now it's a
Bye.
16. I used my heroic inspiration to stop the 3.
Okay, so it's a 16.
16.
So you narrowly avoid any damage. Same thing, Jax and Ira both miss or both dodge it because he got a 28. And you got a natural 20, Ira. And then these are the two guys.
Guys, now I'm lost in my head about Spirit.
Best soundtrack.
We have a movie.
The
that
Lord got a
just watched.
24, but the other assassin
Not the new one. Not the stupid TV show they made.
that is a fail. So that will be
No. Wait, is Jax? You said?
no, it was the other assassin.
Okay, cool. They failed. Yay.
Essentially, because it was actually let me roll one more because it was 5 horses.
5 horsepower.
How much horsepower they got in that horsepower?
You know, it's really not accurate to horses. Like, I don't know what the science is, and I don't understand, but horsepower is not equated to horses.
It's not.
It's dumb.
So essentially the assassin that was attacking Jax just almost got like basically like trampled. Took a lot of damage there. Sorry for that shaky battle cam footage. I was focusing it a little bit so that we get a little bit of a better picture of what's going on the map now. So essentially she's like rough. Like she's essentially, can you make her prone for me, please? It's the one that's kind of like doing like a weird like sideways motion. No, the behind the Lord, yeah.
Behind the Lord.
Knock her down prone because she essentially got trampled by 5 horses.
God damn.
Yeah, she
You should be dead.
damn near close. I rolled 5d6. She took like 20 points of damage just by getting walked over.
I've been listening to like this podcast called I Survive, and it's crazy how much people can take damage and survive. It's actually scary.
Yeah. So it is back at the top of the round. So I got the one that is still charmed and the other one that's dead. So essentially they can't do anything. Now it is the Lord's turn.
Praise, blessed be the Lord.
No legend.
Blessed be the Lord. Essentially the actually. Okay, it's still the same. Because it was essentially it's an advantage when the fungal thing kind of come up. It's called a trudge.
Could I have seen it since it's in the fog? Like I rolled a nat 20, but like
You wouldn't
also
have seen
the
it.
fog. Could I have heard it?
You heard something. You heard
Okay.
the screech and like kind of like jowly screech that it kind of emitted.
Yeah, I didn't want to like metagame, so I heard like where it is, its general direction.
And essentially the Lord is like, the hell is going on? And it's gonna run up on Sable.
Eliana's like, wait, they don't know
You
what
don't
this
wanna
is
do
either.
this.
This is not the cleric you are looking for.
Yes.
Clerical error.
Hey yo.
But he is essentially he's going to roll for that attack on you.
Jax is right there.
It's a 26, and as you see, he kind of takes the other dagger in his hand and he kind of like spins it around on the gold ring, and he hits you.
She's like, I'm still upset about what happened in that game.
She just knows he can take a hit.
Essentially, one dagger feels like 4.
Ugh.
This ring, I kind of want it.
You're about to be down.
I better not be.
We should take this
I
ring
think
off of him and give it to you.
I think we've seen this before. This feels familiar.
You
To me?
take
Like the
32
The chick.
in Corson.
points of piercing damage.
That chick was cool.
I'm sorry, she took how many?
Hold on.
32.
That's it?
Why'd I take 77?
Because that what he essentially when you
The
wouldn't.
sneak.
I'm not going to tell you what's happening because you don't know what's happening. But essentially,
There's
it
probably
was a different.
charges.
It was different amount.
Yeah.
Maybe a different casting.
Different.
I think when
Different
he
roll of
attacked
the
you,
dice.
I think when he attacked you too, he said like 7 times or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hers was
So-
4.
Hers was 4.
Don't make so lame.
You're just.
But then because this, he's
No.
going to sneak attack.
No.
Screw you, Ira. This is your fault. Don't provoke the bear when he's biting.
Nom 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 nom. And tasty. Oh my Jesus!
Hey,
Fucking
I'm
Christ!
I'm-
What level rogue is
I'm
this?
pretty
bitch?
low health already. Just in case you didn't know. Hey, I'm looking pretty hurt. You know when I.
The worst part about this is that we can't see. each other
25
everyone.
points of sneak. Wait, hold on.
What? I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm about to find out. what level
34.
This is
34 points of piercing damage. I did the math wrong. And it's a 9d6 sneak attack, by the way.
that makes sense.
Sable's like, someone's hot breath away from falling down.
She's still up.
She's still
Oh
up.
my god,
Oh.
that's insane. The worst part is like it's fog, so like we can't see when each other go down.
Yeah.
She's gonna look the Lord straight in the face
She's gonna look the Lord.
crying, and point at him.
All right, Nesta.
It's not every.
Sorry,
Aw.
Nick.
He just wants Ira dead. That's all it is.
It's an 18 to hit.
Makes it, takes it. I have 18.
Yep.
Do you have anything you can do about that?
You have any reactions?
I can't see him, so I can't use my woe.
It's 9 points of piercing damage.
Nah, it's not a crit. 9?
9.
That's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Whoa, I thought you were like dead. Not dead, but like I thought
That's
you were unconscious.
crazy. That's crazy. You're welcome for those items. Your health is the way it is.
My health is at 84,
yeah.
and I've been healing
Have you seen?
every turn.
Have you seen what your items that you're using? You have an
Yeah.
amulet of health.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh.
My health would have been 60 if that helps.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Severity 2.
So
I only have so much
We're
HP
squishy.
because of my
With that-
feet.
that is going to be his turn.
I
Thank
really
goodness.
don't like him.
I don't know what's happening.
So
we're all the way over there.
I feel Sable's aura.
Verity smells death.
it's Aura.
Well,
Mad
Sable
Aura
did
points.
scream. For sure.
Okay.
So he's
She
going to
got
use. So this first one hits. Second one doesn't. And then he's going to do the bonus action Fury of Blows. Make sure I check it off. I don't have many charges of that anymore. Actually, I know I still do.
I can hear my neck popping every
Um,
time I do that.
Oh no.
That doesn't. The first one doesn't hit.
No, but what if it did?
Second one does. So essentially, 2 out of the 4 hit.
Okay, that's good. What if he like activated his tattoo?
He has been every single time.
Oh, okay.
It's Ira. It's for Ira. Of course he's going to.
So that is going to be 40 points of damage.
Oh.
And then, so that is Jax's turn. It is now the... It's the...
What's she getting at? There. Oh, hey.
Now
What's
I'm
up?
being flanked.
No. I think flanked has to be like on opposite ends.
Yeah,
She's only on the side.
but now she has advantage.
Oh, because it's allied within 5 feet. They already know.
That sounds like you have to re-roll it, buddy.
Because it was a 5.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
For a swap to a 19 to hit.
What's your-
Actually, no, it hits. I will uncanny dodge. Though.
Can I do my woe on this as a reaction?
What's your AC?
17.
I have to roll
17?
3 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
No, I rolled a 2, so that only brings it to 17, so it means it beats it.
Uncanny dodge.
So 6 piercing damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
And 6 is half.
No, so it'd be 3. But still make that Constitution save. Well, no, hold on. Don't do the half math yet, because I haven't
Gotcha,
sneak
just get-
attacked yet.
Yeah. Would that have the poison damage too?
In theory, yes. So let me roll all the damage, and then you can do it.
So I should have halved that.
I can
one
not
earlier.
half it.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I should have asked about it earlier.
What's... Whoa, I'm way too close.
Well, I think I've halved the poison damage. I added them all together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because did you make the Constitution saving throw or not yet?
Not yet. I don't like that one was on a 1 when I picked it up. I have a good feeling about you. 14.
Because if she passes the con save, then the poison damage would be 4th. But I don't think a 14 would
Probably
beat it.
not. I feel like it has to be like a 16.
So 37 divided by 2 is 16?
8,
18?
17?
No, it would be 19 because it's
8.
18 and a half.
Yeah.
So it would be 19 points of that, and then go ahead and make the Constitution saving throw.
I did a 14.
14, so you pass. You take half damage.
Oh. So what was the
So
poison?
you took the half for the piercing. I think did we roll half on the poison before?
No.
No. Okay, so then it wouldn't. It's just
I think
poison.
it's because it's one attack. It does it uncanny dodges for the whole attack, but I don't know how
Yeah.
that deals with effects of weapons.
I can look it up real quick.
So it's going to be 30 points of poison damage. Because you did not pass, because it's a 15 to pass.
Oh, God.
So 30 points. So 30 plus 19, so that's a total of 49 points of damage.
Yep. There it is down.
You watch as these assassins just kind of straight up just like stab and take out Verity.
Do you scream, Verity, or anything? Or do you just go down? I need to know if I can hear you.
Verity's down!
Okay.
Just
She's like,
Damn.
then the other assassin that's there it's also their turn. So that misses. So that's a 13 to hit. So it does not hit Eliana. So that is. So now it is the new assassin's turns.
I forgot
So-
about them.
You did forget about them.
In my head, I feel like if I close my eyes, the DM can't see me anymore.
Okay.
And then I'll be okay.
So each of them are going to make, kind of like take their crossbows and like their bow and arrow and like shoot arrow off at. Essentially, there's one that's like on the rock in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
He falls. Then he's back up again.
Then they're going to make 2 arrow attacks on Eliana.
Oh my god.
So that first one is 14 to hit.
Does not hit. Barely.
The second one does not hit either. So they both miss with their arrows. Like, like you're kind of like, it's like shooting around.
They're all coming toward me. I'm in the corner.
There's 4 of them around you right now. That's crazy. And so now it is your turn, Eliana.
Oh my god. You know, I could do more damage, but I feel like I need to get Verity out of here. I am going to. How are we looking, guys? I think we should. What are we doing? She asks.
I'd like to leave.
I'm going to. This is gonna be so weird. I'm going to take. Okay, it's a bonus. Okay, great. So, as my action, I am going to reach down and grab Verity's. I'm just gonna go like this, put a hand on her cheek, and I am going to put a little bit of magical stardust into her and cast Spare the Dying. Ooh. Actually, no. Fuck it. No. I'm gonna cast Healing Word because then you're actually awake. Let's see. 2d4 plus 5. Okay. 12 points of healing to you.
Nice.
That.
Verity kind of like wakes back up.
Hey girl, we're gonna get out of here. And I'm going to crawl under her.
All right, make a strength check.
Okay.
So let's see if you can lift her. You're 5 foot tall. Verity's a big tiefling.
I'm only 6
Oh, that's
inches
hot.
taller.
That's
Just
still
half a
about
foot.
120, 130 pounds.
15.
Heads or tails?
No.
I liked tails.
Can I do the help action?
This coin succeed is a heads, by the way. It's
Oh,
heads and then tails,
Okay.
tails.
okay. So I can't.
So you essentially I'll say you pick her up, but you can't move.
I don't want to pick her up. I just want to get under her.
Like to hide?
I want to get under her. And then
That provides no clarity.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Say, what are you doing?
let me cook.
okay, all right.
So I like wiggle under her, and then my body starts to, and I turn into a horse, so she's on my back.
It's creative.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
In my horse form, I'm like brown, but like my mane is like the bright orange of my flowers.
Yes.
So that's my horse flavor. And then I'm gonna run away with Harry on my back. That's amazing. So I don't get extra. I just get temporary HP, I think, with the new way they updated it.
Yeah, like so if the horse gets killed, you essentially turn back into yourself.
Yeah.
Because they are both going to get opportunity attacks on the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't.
It's trust me, it's a good plan. There's still the opportunity attacks.
You gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your druid level. Okay. So I get 9 temp HP.
So you have 9 HP.
Yeah. But I think I don't think I revert. I think I just take it. I gotta look into this. I haven't wild shaped in a while.
So what does your AC change? Because you're a horse and you're unarmored?
I don't know. I believe it does.
Okay. Because I would think a horse is natural what's like 10?
Let me look up horse.
Horse.
Question,
Yes.
because I'm conscious now.
Yes.
I don't know if it would help. I have agile movement, which gives disadvantage for opportunity attacks. Since I'm on her,
You're not the one
My
moving.
AC is 11 as a horse.
Oh, not a riding horse?
I'm a riding horse, yeah.
A riding horse's armor class is 10.
Says 11 on mine. Riding horse, 11.
Oh, Roll20 must not have updated it because it's the one I clicked on instead of I'll take like D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. Yeah, because I clicked the 2024 version.
Oh, well, no, it says 10 on that, but
What the fuck?
it's so confusing. Oh, this is from the basic rules. It says that at the bottom. Okay, so if you're on the new rules, then it's 11. But that still was a 14, so that still hits.
Yeah.
At least the first one, and then the second one, that is going to be a 3 plus 9 is 12.
12.
So they both hit.
Okay. It says you stay in that form for a number of hours equal to half your drill level, or until you use wild shape again, have the incapacitated condition, or die. So it's
Does it still have 13 HP?
No, that's no longer a thing. That's the thing that changed in the
Okay.
2024. That's what I was looking for.
So your druid level is
8.
you're 8, so 8 plus,
So I have.
or it's 8 plus 1, right? Like 9. You said?
Yeah, I have 9 temporary HP. And then it lasts half of 9, so 4.5 hours basically.
So the first one was a 9, and the second one was a 8.
A 9 and an 8.
9 and 8 slash.
Okay.
So essentially, it would drop the horse to a 0.
The horse doesn't go anywhere. Like,
You just take what happens when he goes to 0.
I just take it out of my HP.
Oh,
That's how they changed it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in the old version in 5e, that's what happened. But like in the new version, you just stay in the form until you hit 0 HP on your actual character.
Oh,
Which is
nice.
weird. I know. I'm not used to that.
So essentially, just like the horse
Yeah.
cascades past.
Druids in 1 are kind of cool.
So Verity.
I kind of like that better. You know, I didn't like
And-
that you didn't get the extra HP, but I kind of like that you stay in it.
As this horse like gallops off, you see coming up out of the. As you see coming up out of like kind of almost like was another mound in the ground is like this kind of like swamp like plant bear kind of thing comes up from the ground.
Do I get the vibe that this was the reason why my nature shit with the trees didn't work? Is these
I
guys?
would think so. I mean, you kind of as you flee, so the horse almost like stirred like this kind of like mound, and this thing kind of like rises up out of the ground, and essentially it's oh shit.
Is he rolling initiative for the mound?
Well, because it gets initiative on the roll. That's much better.
For you or for us?
Oh, and my speed is 60 feet. So,
Nice.
yeah.
She gone.
After Sable's turn, I do have a question.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Because you're next in initiative, and then Verity.
That was Eliana's reaction.
Yeah.
Well, that was my turn. Yeah.
So essentially the new things in the initiative order, both of them, because it rolled an 18. So
Yeah, that's fine.
the little bear guy comes up out of the ground,
Bear man.
and he essentially
Bear Grylls. Welcome to the forest.
kind of like swims up over. It swims like over, and essentially is like coming for the assassins in the room.
Okay.
The forest.
Isn't the forest like just a really big room?
Yeah, just a lot of trees.
Honestly.
And so it makes a bite attack,
That looks so cool.
and that hits. It's known as a groff, by the way.
I love its little blue mushroom.
Like I can see it
Let's
from here
see.
because I can't see that one very well. But I'm
22 to hit, so that hits. So it's a D8 plus 5. So 13. So the... I need a mobile mic. So it essentially like it bites this one and essentially cuts it in half. Like kind of like its bite goes through the center of it and cuts this assassin in half, and then uses its claw to swipe at the other one.
Can we see that? Can I specifically see that?
You see this thing like attacking into the fog, and you're just hearing this like visceral, like kind of like tearing of meat as the large maw of this like bear plant just like kind of like almost like does like a twist and cuts into this body, and it just like cuts this person in half. And then it uses the swamp claw on the other one, and that is a 22 to hit, so that one hits as well. So it's going to be 10 slashing, 10 slashing damage.
Well, at least we don't have to do it. They're getting taken care of.
So then it needs to make a strength saving throw. That is a 2, so that definitely fails. It essentially, you see as it, you guys don't see this because none of you are around this, but essentially what happens is it slashes this thing, and when it does, it essentially engulfs the target. So essentially this whole, like, it engulfs this entire assassin. It can't breathe, and it is restrained and takes 3d6 poison damage.
Are these considered beasts? Can I turn into one of these things?
Nope, it's a large plant.
Aw, man. I was like, I've seen it now. That's so cool. Dude, this is the coolest fucking mini I've ever seen.
Did you paint this?
No, I got this in a little booster pack.
This is so cool.
Did I buy this?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Maybe you did.
I didn't do this to it. I love the little things on his back.
As it engulfs it, you just see it sort of like engulf this whole thing, and it's just gone. There was like screams coming from this assassin, and all of a sudden they just like fall silent.
Oh, I just got a fucking feeling in my chest. No. Man, we can't loot the bodies. We have to run.
And then
We gotta
you
get that fucking ring off of that dude.
the next person to go is Eliana, and you're essentially just running, right? Like you're just taking off.
I'm running.
Okay.
I'm running.
So
I'm running.
Eliana's turn essentially is just movement. Now it's the other creature's turn.
You know, fuck it. I'll give Verity some more HP.
So essentially, it like runs to like tackle this guy. Essentially, it's like this is like a fungal kind of like log bolt,
Oh, I can't.
and
cast
it makes
my
a
wild
tusk
form anyway.
kind of like melee attack. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Whoa. Kill him. Yeah.
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 Kill him. Yeah. And Britney Spears. Yeah.
I heard it. It was good.
Yeah.
It takes 22 points of damage.
Don't mind me. I'm stimming over here while DM does math.
So is Eliana and Verity like
We're gone. We're fucking bailed.
They dipped. They just went straight.
I heard Ira say I want to leave, and I was like, all right, let's go.
And then the people remaining in this area, all of a sudden you hear this like this like like echoing through the fog as the fog essentially starts to kind of like slowly disapparate, and it like clears through the like essentially like, kind of almost like parts the fog in this tree line.
Dude, it's Moses, because the Lord is here. Moses is parting the sea of the fog. It's just like in legend.
Lore accurate.
And essentially like appearing kind of almost in between the two of the assassins in the back.
Oh.
This hag essentially like kind of comes up from the ground, essentially kind of appears almost like in this swirl of like murky water and vines. And the three of you kind of up at the front, as well as the Lord Iskath, all turn to see that this thing that's now kind of taking up the space has kind of cleared this fog in this area. She says, "Welcome to my domain now." And Lord, and it's like echoing, like it's almost like you're hearing this in your brain. It's not even being like shouted through these trees. You can just like hear it inside your mind.
Do we hear this?
No, you're too far away.
She can't penetrate our minds.
And the Lord Iskath says, "The Eyes of Dendi have been using this place for years. This belongs to us." She says, "Not anymore." And kind of like wags her finger at him. And the same kind of like rumbling on the ground kind of is heard.
So what I'm going to do has its own stat block, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, damn, I can use this it can fly.
Dude, I have some shit I can do now that I have like the vial that we bought for me. I haven't used it yet, but...
And you see kind of coming up out of the ground, kind of like almost like kind of near where the horse was taken into this.
Are you going to do anything?
Gonna say that I'm having deja vu.
The mound kind of like comes up out of the ground.
Oh. He's just a little guy.
Just little guy.
Oh, it's like scary guard dog against the hag.
Stinky.
He's like,
and you see as the assassin that's kind of like that was still charmed from Eliana kind of like looks over and is like, it's like, "Hey, what's up?" And the hag kind of looks at him, grabs his face, and you see all the life like drain out of his body as he kind of morphs into this like almost like crypt keeper looking, as he kind of just like falls to the ground.
ew.
And now it is Zabel's turn.
I started picking up on Caroline's ew.
Zabel, now it is your turn.
Oh, Sable saw that because the fog was gross. Okay.
The fog was gross.
Essentially, the whole place is like cleared out right now.
Would it be an action to throw up?
Yes, unfortunately. It's first time over on this side of the table. Hi.
Ooh. So I don't like what I saw, and I have 4 HP. So
And a dream.
and a dream. So she's gonna look at Ira. You wanna go invisible?
Whoa.
No.
Oh.
Well, can I? So it might not matter, because what I'm gonna do, it might just like negate it completely. So I mean, you can, but it might be a waste of a thing.
You say that? Okay.
No, I'm telling Caroline that.
Oh, okay.
So do it, but if it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick.
Well, actually, I ended my turn last time with the finger at the guy because I was.
And you were crying.
And I was crying, and I'm pointing at him.
Yeah.
And while I'm pointing at him, he's hurt, right? He has some damage on him.
He's hurt, yeah.
Okay. So while she's pointing at him, he's gonna start hearing freaking wind chimes,
Okay.
and he has to make a Wisdom 16. But I'm gonna use my luck point and have you roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
Say what he rolls first.
Yeah, see what I roll first. Well, I take the lower one anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 13 and a 14. So I take the 13. And it's a what saving throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So that
He's a rogue. He's not very wise.
A dirty 20.
Damn, he is wise.
Liar.
Years of wizened age.
Fuck this man.
Nothing happened with that. So as a bonus action, she is going to
Good try.
mass hero word.
Is there not like half? Does it do damage? Is there like half damage on a success?
Yeah.
Maybe. Is it a cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
Then there's
Yes, there ain't nothing.
fucking-
There ain't nothing. She tried.
He tried.
She tried. She has 4 HP. She doesn't feel good.
in a dream.
She's trying. Okay, so she's gonna mass heal word. Heal word. Her road. Her road.
A road.
Yeah.
A road.
Her road. So it's 6 creatures that I can see in 60 feet. So can
God,
I
I
see
love
all
having
of
a
my
cleric.
friends?
Okay.
Can I see all my friends with that?
All your friends are next to you. The rest of them left.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
I didn't think about that. Well, I'm going to end up having to run, so if I'm going to take an opportunity attack, I need to have health. So I'm going to do mass heal word anyway on my friends that are here, the 3 of us. Yeah. Where are my little triangles?
My little triangle.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 9 plus 4, 13 points of health.
Don't you have the thing where it takes the maximum of all the dice?
So yeah, I did just learn that, Justin, but I think it's only for people at 0 HP. But
okay.
I learned that I learned that this time.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah.
I am a circle of mortality.
Yep.
So if someone is at 0 HP, I do full amount of healing.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks.
It's almost like study our character sheets.
I did. I just didn't understand.
Yes.
Did you ask questions?
Why would I?
'Cause that's what I'm
To
here
learn.
To
for.
learn.
To learn.
To be fair, I've asked you questions before, and you just told me repeatedly, read your character sheet.
Damn.
No. Because
No.
the questions you've asked are clearly stated. A rogue's pretty straight black and white. on
I
some
had
of
a
them.
question about concentration. We'll talk about this later.
We'll talk about this.
Okay, so that was
Concentration is if you take damage or not. That's the Shadow of Moil spell.
Keep
shoot.
concentration.
Yeah, if you take damage, you have to roll for concentration. That's all that you have to do.
I was trying to figure out like how to keep concentration. It wasn't in the modifier or anything. I had to look it up in the rule
Oh,
book.
yeah, it doesn't,
Is it
because
my
there's
turn?
like a
No,
certain
Sable's gonna
number
run.
You have to hit
Yeah.
Lame.
your spellcasting modifier.
Sable's gonna run.
You're like, no,
do you
I
need
have
to
to run
disengage first, or can you?
No, I used my
Okay.
2 actions because I was planning to use that the last turn. Like I had the point because you have to for that spell. She's gonna run.
At least you have healing.
Not my
I healed a little
circus,
bit.
not my monkeys. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Sable's just a girl. Literally, she doesn't know what she's doing.
She can heal people.
She's been alive-
magical.
29 years. That's it.
I love how Ira and Eliana are the oldest people canonically here, but like Eliana,
So you are going to move. And that is it's an 18 to hit.
Disadvantage.
I don't.
It has to be
think
before you
works
roll.
like that.
So
No, I didn't tell you if it succeeded or not. You didn't say that.
That's true.
So if you want to use a luck point, I will allow it in this situation because you didn't say, oh, that hits or doesn't.
yeah, I'm gonna use
My
luck
knowledge
point.
of her AC is kind of
That's-
null and void at this point. Essentially, if you're using the luck point
I
after
marked
this
it.
thing was determined, okay.
Yeah, like you can know what the roll was, but you can't just know the result
Okay,
before you use it.
not much better. More
I have to take the lowest, right? Because it's
Yeah.
disadvantaged. So it's still the 5
Um,
plus 13.
plus 13.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay.
Rogues, baby.
Hurt me.
Yeah, because the other one I rolled was a 19.
When you try it.
Luck point number 3.
She healed herself a little.
It's 10 points of piercing damage.
She's okay. She's okay. She's okay. Because I healed myself 13.
It's that.
Do you want the bad
Sneak
news or the
attack.
good news? Well, actually, there's no good news.
Okay, go ahead. Are you gonna nick me?
Which one do you want first?
You can't nick on an opportunity attack, thankfully.
Yeah, but can you sneak attack on an opportunity attack?
I think it's once per turn. So
Okay.
we already used it.
Okay. All right. You're safe. That's the good news.
There was no good news, but now there's good news.
It's good news. It's good news to be had. So you run.
Yeah.
How much movement do you got?
30 feet.
So then go ahead and hand me your mini. That takes you off the board.
Can't see.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. So that moves you off the board. You essentially have kind of like moved out of that range. Now it is.
Guys, I'm so sad.
So it's your turn. Essentially.
As Elion and I are like booking it, Verity's gonna cast False Life on herself
Okay.
because she doesn't know what's about to happen.
Fair enough.
And because I don't know what's about to
Oh
happen.
yeah, you had false life, didn't you?
And false life is my thing plus 24. What is wrong with me?
Hey, you know, like I said,
My first combat. It's my first combat.
No.
It is. I'm just a girl.
just a girl. Sable's from a small town. She just recently learned how to read.
She can't read. She can't swim.
Okay, so is that since you're essentially like kind of almost sort of out of the initiative order, are you going to do anything to come back, or are you just going to keep going?
Eliana, should we go back or should we keep going? What are we doing?
What do you want to do? No, I say, what do you want to do? But like, because I'm a horse, but then you're like, I can hear you, and it's in your mind.
This is the telepathic thing.
This is the
that you guys
telepathic
have.
thing, but I don't realize it's happening.
I can speak with horses now.
I'm going to stop.
Okay.
Very abrupt.
It's not my turn, but like,
So about 60 feet away, you
Yeah.
stop. Yeah.
Ah. What are we doing?
I don't know. You asked if we should stop. We're just vibing out here now.
That's what's going on while everything else is happening. It's like, what are we doing? That's it.
Okay, so you guys are just chilling there. All right.
We're trying to figure out what we're doing and how I'm communicating with an animal.
Yeah.
All right. Ira, you are up.
Sorry, it's my dad. She is gonna look at Jax with a look of, can you get out of here on your own?
You can do the telepathic. We're all linked.
She's gonna make the face. She's gonna have the thought, and she's not
Yeah.
gonna like realize it. So,
He looks at you and he says, "I'll be okay."
and she caches her use of Find Steed, and an otherworldly steed, that is a celestial, like horse, like appears.
What's she look like?
What's she big and she beautiful and she's looks special and glowy and and you can say no. You can say no. I would like for it to be blue.
Aw.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
like Marian blue.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Um
So essentially, you get this horse and
she's gone.
okay, hand me the mini.
You know, the thing that sucks is that this guy has a really powerful ring, but there's no way for us to get it unless we kill him, and we're like, we gotta go.
Sure, it's the ring.
We're gonna die. You said he kept moving a ring around when he was doing a thing.
It's the ring on the dagger.
Oh.
Yeah, like on the hilt with a dagger.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
spinning it on the dagger.
I misread.
Okay, so takes you out of the initiative order.
Jax punches him and steals his dagger and runs away.
Right? Yes.
So
Disarm
Lord
attack.
Iskath turns to Jax, and he kind of like screams like, "No,
No.
That is going to be a 32 to hit.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Trying to hit me?
No, to hit Jax. Because it's at the top of the initiative order
You
now.
said you could get out of there.
Yeah, it's
I-
10 points of piercing damage, and it's going to be a sneak attack since it's swashbuckling rogue.
You added
I
the
swear
plus
to
13
God,
I
if
did
he
last
goes
time.
down, if you play this shitty, I'm gonna be so mad.
To be fair, Me and Verity, stopped and turned around, so we could see him get down if he needs help.
Is the fog broken that far?
I don't know.
We're 60
not.
feet away.
Okay.
Essentially, as Zabel and Ira have kind of booked off, you're running back into what's fog. So essentially, it was just like a pocket
So
that was
I
fog.
passed Sable likely.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm on a
she's just
horse.
dipping on a horse, so you're the only one that's kind of the closest one back.
She's skipping.
Yeah, and the otherworldly steed's speed is 60 feet.
Hot. I love horses. I want to ride a horse soon
So it essentially
in real life.
it's going to do 39 points of damage. Don't worry, he's still up.
Okay, thank you.
So
But what about Nick?
so Jax
Is Nick coming?
kind of winded and is
Nick's not invited.
he essentially he uses his last fury of blows and attacks. First one doesn't hit, second one hits. First fury of blows hits. Second one does not. So essentially he gets 2 out of the 3 hits. He does 37 points of damage.
Woo! Take his rent. Take his bear.
So Lord Iskath is still up, and he's going to use the push from his Fury of Blows. He essentially kind of pushes Lord Iskath away, and as he's pushing him away, it essentially knocks Lord Iskath backwards. So he loses visibility of Jax for a moment, and just as he loses visibility, Jax turns into to Ira.
I was like, whoa.
He turns into Ira and says,
Whoa.
in Ira's voice, "Leave them, take me."
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No!
Whoa, whoa.
As you all
I don't have time for this.
scamper off into the fog. And that's all that's going to happen there.
I don't have time for this.
We will be right back after this break.
When mom and dad ask if you won your little D&D game, the answer is no. No.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. But now that you're here, just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us on this journey so far with us here at Off the Beaten Quest. You're going to start noticing a lot of new things on our Twitch channel now that we are affiliate. You will see a lot of cool emotes designed by our very own Caroline, as well as a lot of other things that we do have in the works. Definitely hit that follow button, or maybe even subscribe so we can bring you a lot more. And do remember, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can use your 1-month free sub. If you're watching on YouTube, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification button so the YouTube algorithm gods will share this video with a lot of other people like you. Thank you so much again.
My name is Allie Goodell, and I am part of the filmmaking team on this podcast. I play Eliana Silmare. She is an Eladrin elf druid. She actually comes from a family of druids, and she is originally from the Feywild. Her family worships a goddess named Florenia. This was her whole world, was Florenia, was learning about Florenia and the balance of nature and eliminating abominations and the balance of just the world in general. But then when her village was attacked, she ended up going to the material plane, and things were not as they originally seemed. She kind of realized that she was indoctrinated as a child, and so as of right now, her character is still kind of naive, but she's constantly learning about the world around her and trying to figure out what her place is in the world when she finds out her whole religion has basically been a lie. I think one thing specifically to Eliana is that throughout her experience on the material plane, she's been struggling with finding what is right and what's wrong, the truth to things. So her trying to formulate that balance and how she fits in life, I think, is very important to her character. And so seeing the way she interacts with her new goddess, Flossidus, and just the world around her is interesting to me. This cast of characters is definitely something. I feel like there is a lot of chaos, but usually that tends to happen in a lot of D&D campaigns. I feel especially with Dawn and Lukiel's shenanigans, things get a little crazy, and that can be really entertaining. And I also feel like there are some great emotional moments between characters as well. I think there's a great balance that people are gonna love. You can find us at Off the Beaten Quest on all podcast platforms, as well as Twitch and YouTube, and you can also find us on our social medias.
Hi, I'm Allie Fussell. I am doing all of the marketing, project management, keeping everyone on track to get Off the Beaten Quest out into the world. I play level 8 paladin fighter Iraton. She is an unconventional paladin. When I built her, she's my first campaign character. When I built her like my favorite gaming characters. So she can kind of do a little bit of everything. She specializes with a longbow and 2 daggers, so she's pretty lethal at distance and up close. She also has a good bit of emotional stuff, which I think the audience can pick out pretty easily, where she loves her friends and her family deeply, but the way in which she does so is not always the way in which they are open to receiving. So she's having to learn and navigate a lot of that. She also has a companion that is a homebrew race called a hop owl. That's half rabbit, half owl. His name is Alyer. And is also in a relationship with an NPC that our DM / my husband created named Jax. So you'll get to hear all about that. So in the first few episodes, there are a lot of moments that are very interesting for Ira. One of them is a very special moment with Alyer where he has to make a choice on what his next steps will be. In addition to that, there's some pretty gnarly emotional turmoil that Ira navigates with one of her party members that I think will be interesting for everyone to hear and to listen to get some insight into her backstory. I think the audience is going to find someone in this cast that they relate to, whether it's someone that's just goofy and likes to have a good time, whether it's someone that's serious, that's trying to learn how to loosen up, or whether it's just someone that completely understands who they are and accepts themselves for that. While they might still feel like an outcast, they'll find a bit of themselves somewhere in this campaign and in this cast. You can find us on all major podcast streaming platforms, in addition to YouTube and Twitch, and all social media, which is linked in the caption right down here.
Hi, my name is Caroline Daher, and I am the in-house artist for the podcast. In the campaign, I play Sable Vale. She's a level 9 human grave cleric, and she is flirtatious and theatrical, and she really is just trying to live her life to the fullest, like consequences be darned. And something important for the listeners to know before kind of diving into Sable is that she has a different relationship with her deity, where her deity and her kind of communicate through her tarot cards and through like shuffling on their own and kind of shooting out into the universe like her opinions. When my character is introduced, I would kind of keep an eye out for right before it, where our DM kind of like hints at my entrance, because there are kind of like little secrets in there that he set up for everyone to realize later on when we rewatch the episodes. As far as this cast and characters, myself included, I really love 2000s rom-com movies, and if you picture the movie Mean Girls, where there's a cafeteria and there's a whole bunch of lunch tables, and each table has a different clique, a different group, this table that we're playing in kind of has a picked person from each group, and we just all mesh and blend together, and it's so seamless and so dynamic. You can find us here on all major podcasting platforms, as well as YouTube and Twitch, and check out our socials linked below.
Hello, my name is Sarah Matlack. I'm kind of a flex role, and so I kind of jump from task to task, just wherever people need me, I'm there. I play a red tiefling named Verity Belladonna. Verity is a rogue warlock, kind of in the trickster fiend area, which can make things quite interesting. Verity does have a mother and a little sister. Her mother is Ilma and her sister is Nadine. She also has the blue human eyes. One of the cool things about Verity is that she is showing as a tiefling, but her mother is actually human. And so one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we had for her character art and everything was that she had blue human eyes, just so we could have both representations of her father, who was a red tiefling, and her mother, who is human. We are a rowdy bunch, and I feel like with each character there is going to be someone you can connect to in a way. And that's another thing I love about this group, is that you can find a way to connect to them, whether it's through an emotion scene, whether it's just getting drunk at a tavern or climbing a tree. You just never know. Dreams can show someone your truest desires as well as your darkest fears. And so I would keep an eye out for those dreams and visions, because you might see them pop up every now and then throughout the series. You can find us on all major podcasting platforms, including our Twitch, YouTube, and other social medias.
My name is Justin Fussell. I am the game master for Off the Beaten Quest. Outside of being the game master, I do a lot of writing, world building, filmmaking. Me and my wife, we run Imagistorm Productions together. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun just incorporating a lot of the world building and writing that I do into building this campaign overall. It's been really interesting to kind of take the filmmaking background and kind of apply it to being a game master, because essentially a lot of like the players are the actors and you're setting scenes and you kind of just let them freeform in the space versus just any like preconceived dialogue. So it's a lot of fun just to kind of see, you put the situations in their hands and just kind of see what they come up with. I enjoy playing D&D with this group because they're like my found family. It's been, I love everybody that sits at this table. It's been a lot of fun to just be able to kind of build this world with them together. A lot of the way I incorporate this with a lot of the players and the story and stuff has been a lot of collaboration, seeing how their stories intertwine with what I have planned and vice versa. It's going to be a very interesting to see how the people receive everybody. Everybody's got its own different flair, and the way that this team is made up of very colorful characters, I think everybody's going to love them. They're going to find something to laugh with and have fun with, and it's going to be really good. In the campaign, I play a lot of the different NPCs, of course, but the main one that I play is Jax. He's a fighter monk druid, and he came from a tribe of changelings that existed in the Fey realm and kind of had some backstories with different things and different interconnected characters. He's become a love interest and boyfriend of Hira's character. And if you want to know more about Jax's backstory and kind of how it's interconnected with the whole story, you can always check out the prologue. I chose to do a homebrew setting versus an existing campaign just because it was something where I could kind of really just expand and create a universe. I wanted to have something that I can build upon. I honestly like to be able to throw twists and stuff at the players. I think that's the biggest thing I think is really fun. There's a lot of ideas of what's going to happen, where things are going to go. Just as much as they can improv in a setting, I can do the same, and it kind of allows for a lot of really good back and forth. Definitely, if you've checked the prologue, there are some things that happen in episode 62 that is a little bit of an Easter egg that even the players haven't figured out yet, which has been really nice. But it's going to come back around eventually, and it's going to be a really big aha moment. But I think that's one of the biggest things to look out for. It'll be a very blink and you'll miss it kind of moment. But other than that, just being really on the lookout for a lot of just the backstory and the things that how this is going to be building up to as we get into the next arc of the campaign. So they can find us on any of the major podcasting platforms, as well as our social medias and Twitch and our YouTube. All right, and we are back. Thank you so much for sticking out through that break. Now, the last we left off, Jax was surrendering as Ira. What is it that you are all going to do?
I'm a horse.
I'm a horse.
Oh my gosh, I'm able to talk to horses now.
I'm 30 feet away. Can I hear it?
Make a perception check.
Please be good to me.
Ira's gonna use her telepathy to see, hey, are you coming?
It's only a 14.
14, you did not hear him say anything. And he's not responding to you at the moment. He just, I'll retract that. He says, I got this under control.
Do I see Ira's steed?
What's the confidence? I would like to insight the confidence. That's a natural 1. Does not get anything out of that.
She's like, he's got it.
Got it.
No,
Good.
no. I don't think that's what she would say. I don't think that would be it. I think she just...
The sus is there.
Yeah, the sus is there, so I don't think she's going to keep going. I think she is going to, 27 HP in a fucking dream, man.
You're going to turn around?
Heck yeah, she is.
So as you turn around, you see... You give me a perception check.
Not you.
'Cause you're about 35, 40 feet away.
30-20.
We're too far in the fog.
You hear some more screams essentially because there's more the other two. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 assassins left still in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of see a bunch of flashes of light. Essentially, what looks like kind of spells kind of going off, and all of a sudden you hear. And you see a centaur break out of the fog.
Whoa.
I don't got this. Let's go. And he grabs you and essentially kind of because you're still on the steed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he essentially just blows past you.
Okay.
As essentially as another a fucking out of the fog a spell kind of flies off in the air and you just hear screams of people back in the fog as you guys he books it out of there.
Do I see Sable?
I'm running.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Actually, you know what?
Because I was gonna go get her onto my.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, so Jack's gonna try and scoop you up.
Come on, Jack. Scoop me up. Acrobatics.
Yeah.
Ooh, 19.
Okay.
I rolled an 18. So essentially, he kind of blows out of the fog as a centaur, and he grabs Sable's arm and throws him back. So essentially, Sable's on the back of him, and you're just booking it through. And so then you see and that's essentially when the spell would fly overhead, and then Ira kind of pulls on the steed and turns to kind of book it back the other way.
Sable's probably who the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she saw him change into a dragon that one time.
Oh, yeah.
But also, last time in the cave, she had said she wanted to teach or ride a horse with Jax, and now she's riding Jax as a horse.
So essentially, you all kind of are essentially just booking it in the fog, and then after a little while, you catch up
there
to
they are.
the rest of them that are in the group that's kind of in the fog. Now about 60 feet away from where you previously were.
Is everyone okay? I think.
Are we we're still going?
I would think that you would see them kind of charging away. Would you guys essentially? Would you get? Are you still in your horse form?
Yeah.
Okay, so would you get back on Eliana?
I don't think I ever.
I don't think she ever
got
off.
off.
I think she was just sitting on it.
Okay. So essentially, you take off, kind of running with them.
Yeah.
And after a while, does the steed see through fog? I don't think it's Halma, but
it fell glare, whatever that means. Target. Oh, these are bonus actions. I don't know. It's not very clear. Saving throw, senses, language. Telepathy has 1 mile. It only works with me.
okay.
Has fell glare, face step, healing touch, otherworldly slam.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about like special vision.
Okay. So, you guys are kind of wandering through this fog at this point. And after a little while, you essentially come to, river in the forest, and you see the
horses?
5 horses drinking from the river.
Verity.
Oh, thank God.
And then Jax kind of like turns back into to himself, and Sable kind of like falls, like kind of like almost like kind of lands on her feet behind as it kind of like yeah.
Nice.
I approach the horses.
Verity gets off of Eliana before she approaches the horses.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. Are you guys are you guys okay? 'Cause I don't think I was close enough to see that one horse get swallowed.
I don't think so. Not at that time. No. And are
Wait.
you still as a horse?
Yeah, I'm
You're
still
trying
a
to talk
horse.
horse to horse.
Talking horse to horse.
Yeah, we're fine. I mean, I don't know
Wait,
about.
there's one less of you.
Yeah, Benson's dead.
Benson. I'm so sorry.
You said you would keep us safe, and now Benson's dead.
I tried so hard.
And got so far.
We're gonna find you when we get to where we need to go. We're gonna find you a nice place, and because we are, you guys are in danger with us, and I think that's not fair to you guys.
This is your first clue. Like, you just realizing this now?
Sorry.
Yeah, well, sorry's not going to bring Benson back now, is it?
No. Natalie starts crying as a horse. What are your guys' names so I can be on a first name basis with you guys?
My name's Gary.
Gary. Hey, Gary. And you. Yes.
Ferguson.
Ferguson and Gary. Hey. My name's Eliana.
We know.
Okay. And you?
See, let me go down the line of horses
I
here.
want one of the horses' names to be Jerome so bad because Sable is like the fortune teller, so I want her to just guess right, but it's not going to happen.
But it's not your horse, it's another horse.
It was a different horse, yeah. The last one, that's not the white one. Says, my name's Jerry.
Jerry. Okay.
Short for Jerome, but, you know, everybody calls me Jerry. It's fine.
Is it my horse or is it a different one?
You have no way of
I
knowing.
have no way of knowing.
Is
Only
it her?
Eliana
Is it her
knows.
horse? Is it Sable's horse?
It is Sickles.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I literally just said Gary Benson's dead. Jerry and
Gary.
Gary. Jerry and Gary. Yeah.
It's Jerry, Ferguson, Gary, Benson. R.I.P.
And we had that many horses. There was a fifth one, wasn't there?
Hmm. There's the white one.
Yeah. And then you. You're you. What's your name?
What do you care? I don't know you. I don't know you anything. You don't owe me anything.
I know. That's why I was just asking. If you don't want to tell me, that's okay.
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 Good talk.
I'm sorry
For what?
for you guys getting put in danger.
I've always been in danger.
Yeah?
Yeah? It's you I was fucking riding with?
Oh. Yeah, Mr. Icky Tack. I don't remember his actual name. That's just a funny name.
Lord Iskath.
Lord is. Yeah, what's he a lord of?
He's an old Marian lord.
Oh.
Turned me into this fucking horse.
He turned you into a horse.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, do you are you okay with being a horse? Like, have you come to terms with that? Or, like, do you still not want to be a horse?
Yeah. Has its good days, has its bad days.
Because if you want, I can try to, like, do some magical stuff, like dispelling, like, if you got something on you.
I don't think you can dispel polymorph.
I think I can.
It's not worth the trouble.
Okay. Well, the offer always stands. Okay, good talk. I'm gonna drink some water.
Okay.
We couldn't understand any of that, right?
No.
No, it's just a
Okay.
bunch of horse neighs and like, like
They got something stuck in their throat or something.
Do we know what was all that about? Besides them betraying us?
Taylor Swift's "It's Me, Hi, I'm the Problem, It's Me" plays as Ira raises her hand.
Hey, can you guys understand me? She's like subconsciously talking in her brain because Verity could hear me.
yeah.
That's weird.
And we just all hear each other inside, like responding and stuff.
You.
This is new.
Ew, you.
Ew, you.
Well,
I put you on my back and carry you out of that shit. And this is how
I appreciate you.
you say ew.
I mean, it was a good thing sometimes. Like,
In what circumstance?
What's this Yankee accent Jax is using?
I don't know. I couldn't break away from the fucking horse.
And I think Ira is still on her summoned horse.
That's cool.
that's cool.
I didn't know you could do that.
Me either.
that's a high horse you have.
Wow.
Damn.
Ira, in her head, she's like, "Fuck yeah, it is."
Ira, you don't have to use any of your spell energy to talk to me now.
Oh, goody.
You hear Jack say, yeah, but you also don't have to stay an animal either.
It just feels good sometimes to be something different.
Which I love because he doesn't have pupils, so like his eyebrows do all of the talking.
Okay, guys. Crazy story. So Lord Ismark's horse is
We're just getting farther and farther away from
Is-
No,
Ismark?
it's so funny.
Ismark?
Iskath.
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 Iskath. Lord Iskath. He's a lord for some reason. He's a lord, a Marian lord, like an old Marian lord. Anyway, his horse isn't actually a horse. He polymorphed his horse. He polymorphed someone into a horse. But they're kind of chill with it now. But yeah.
I mean, I would be too if I didn't have to pay bills.
Wow. Yeah, screw capitalism. Am I right? Wow.
Well,
Where are we gonna?
Yeah, maybe we should go. Or
How
should
are we
we
gonna go?
rest a little bit? Do you think we're far enough away from them?
Are they still chasing?
yeah, do we hear
us?
anything? Is there any...
You guys
Rockets.
got a good distance away that it's kind of like with that's outside of earshot for sure.
I would like to keep moving.
Okay.
And I would like to not stop moving until we get within the walls of AAA.
Well, who's in a lot of pain right now? I can help them a little bit.
I mean, Ira's past bloody.
Could
She's way past bloody.
could use some fucking help for sure.
Like the three of us could all use.
Okay.
We're all.
I can
And
help
I
too.
think- Are you? And Liana's like looking around and she's like, everyone's like beat the
Wait.
shit out of them.
Everyone's like fucking distraught.
I can do 2 at a time. So
Okay.
Weird flex, but all right.
It's not that kind of show, guys.
It could be that kind of.
She's gonna touch. Unless.
It was early campaign. Jesus, Cindy.
Oh my God, Cindy was a whore. I love her. Shout out to Cindy. Ellie wants us to focus. Anyway.
Sable's gonna touch the shoulder of both Jax and Ira, and then use her sorcery point to cast Twinning Spell, and then do the cure wounds.
Okay. How much health?
10d8 plus 4.
10d8?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to roll it. She rolls it.
I just
Giving
have
her
to
dice.
Oh.
Count that.
Jesus, 10d8.
How many more do you need?
I just reached in and grabbed 10 with my hand.
Oh, you're casting it at the highest level, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Need
how did
8
you
or
get
need 10? It's 10d8, right?
Oh.
Math. Hold for math.
Math rocks.
Do-do.
No, that's actually a pretty good roll.
A lot of high numbers over there.
55 points of health.
Nice. Nice.
We could have just short rested. Oh, no, we couldn't have. 55, yeah. But not to me, to you guys. Oh, no. I just put myself in death saves for some reason.
I know. I did
Don't
the
do
bottom. I
that.
did the top. I just did it on accident. Yeah.
I don't have Cure Wounds prepared. I only have
Doo-doo.
Healing Word. So I'm going to cast Healing Word on Verity. Purple sparkles surround you as I cast Healing Word.
That should be the new Flossidus thing.
What?
Purple sparkles surround you as Flossidus enlightens you.
I love that.
Flossidus' blessing.
I feel like it's been a thing.
The purple sparkles has been a thing. She's been doing that as the healing.
I
for
think
a
it's
while.
the way that she says it. She said it that time.
Purple sparkles surround you.
Because is it the Catholic thing or they're just the Christian thing in general? Like, what's that?
What?
It's like
May the Christ compel you.
Be Christ.
Yes.
It's like
power of Christ
is with
compel
you and also with
Yeah.
you.
That's
Like,
that's what I,
that's true.
That's the vibe I got whenever
Yeah.
she said that.
the other one is the power of Christ compels you. That's like an exorcism
interesting.
thing.
Yeah.
That's,
34.
yeah.
Oh, the one that's like a weird diamond.
That's 19 points of healing to you.
19 points of healing.
I didn't roll
19
super good.
points.
But
Who's gonna heal Sable?
Oh, no one has to.
No, you're
I'm
good.
not in danger. I'm at 12.
Oh yeah, no, we're all just in the 50s and 40s, and you're just
80s.
I could heal myself.
I can.
No, I got it. She's gonna cure. Oh, I did it. Yeah, she's gonna cure wounds herself. Now it's 8d8.
so lots of stuff going on here.
We're doing
What?
a lot of math, okay?
Do we have a way to look through this fog?
37.
Do we have a way to figure out where we're going?
I don't.
No, keep going in the direction we were going. We're not going backwards.
Verity pulls out the map.
I'm going to pull out a compass.
Okay.
All right.
Where do we?
we
Where do we? Okay.
Usually the compass is just going like
Oh.
your
That's
compass is
not
like
gonna.
spinning like crazy.
Oh.
I just
okay.
realized I'm still a horse that pulled out a
Yeah.
I am no longer a horse. I turned
Eliana's back,
into
everyone.
It's just I turned my head and just Eliana's horse face is like, wait a minute. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Hey.
Eliana's horse face. Jeez.
Can I
All right.
I could try to turn into like a bird and like fly up to see if I can see mountains where we need to go.
Yeah, because it's like there's a mountains right here and then like a little opening right there.
Yeah.
To the AAA. Yeah, you can try and do that.
We can also go by river.
Guys, should I
What?
how do you know which way the river's flowing?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out what
Do you
direction.
carry us? Oh, wait,
yeah,
the
I was
horse is
gonna
up.
ask.
Does Ira have a compass on her?
Do you?
No.
Then no.
I kind of just assumed
think
because
I
I
do,
have
at least.
cartographer's tools that I have.
You
a
do,
compass.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Should I turn into?
I have navigator's tools.
that would have a compass. Cartographer tools would be a bunch of drawn stuff.
Okay.
But
We can
for-
say I pulled out your compass.
just straight up, just like give me a sleight of hand check. And see, you just pick.
Does anyone have a compass? You're gonna give me the compass.
No.
you will give me the compass.
Yes.
Should I turn into a big bird and like multiple people can come up with me, or just like a little bird, like a regular bird?
I mean, as long as we're on a specific street, I guess.
Street.
Straight.
That's right.
Yeah, Sesame Street. She said big bird.
Jax, what are you, Jax? What are you talking about?
Too late for this, Jax.
What is a sesame?
What is this?
It's a seed.
There's seeds.
I almost said, what's a street? And then it would have made
It's a road.
My body is gonna contort again as my purple remnant circle around my body, and I turn into a giant eagle. That happens every time she wild shapes. She like contorts and like her body goes like. Does anyone want to come up?
Uh,
I flap my feathers.
Sable, do you want to go up since you have the navigator's tools?
Is that a goose? It's not a goose, not an eagle. Honk, honk, honk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we've been reduced to after that combat is just bird noises. So is somebody getting on the horse or the bird?
Getting on top of Eliana. Yeah.
The horse. Whose horse is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have the map?
Be careful. It's the only one we have.
Oh, God. I'm going to take it.
Okay.
And I'm going to go up on Eliana's back.
Okay.
You ready?
Use the navigator's
on.
tools. Are you proficient in navigator's tools, or do you just have navigator's tools?
Where do I see that?
At the very towards the bottom of your sheet, it'll say
I have
tools.
navigator's tools.
You have
Proficiencies
them
and trainings.
in your inventory,
Yes, I have them in my inventory.
and you have the proficiency. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. Just making sure.
That reminds me. For later.
I go up
Okay.
past the trees up into the air.
It's a good distance to get above the fog.
Okay.
And once you do, there's not like you only see really like the edges, essentially like these like the peaks of mountains that are kind of poking up along it.
Okay.
Essentially it's like very dense fog. You can't see down as far as like directional.
But I see what direction the mountain peaks are.
Give
in
me-
where I am.
Give me a. I'm gonna say it's investigation because you're pondering the map. Essentially, it's intelligence. So give me an investigation check as you're reading the map. You can make a perception check
Okay.
as the bird.
You're saying I'm doing investigation?
Ooh, and I
Son
get
of a gun.
advantage because I'm an eagle.
I did not do very good. It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Oh. Oh, she's gonna drop the map. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
4.
4. Can I have the
Oh.
map, please?
No!
Thank you.
Oh.
As the map flies, with how high you are, the wind kind of hits the map, and you just, and it like
I have the
like-
map,
Pull on your
please?
feathers. She's gonna pull on your feathers. Go get it.
Can we try to get it?
You can try to get it.
Yeah, let me try to get it.
So you're gonna need to make. Maybe make a strength saving throw to hold on,
Son of a gun.
because you're gonna need to maneuver, and this would probably be. Fuck, I guess acrobatics in the air, maybe.
Okay.
I'm
Hard to
just
tell, it's a
sitting
fucking
on the
bird.
ground with my beautiful steed.
21.
21.
6.
6.
Whoa. Okay.
So
So I grab the map in my talons and you fall off.
pretty much.
As
Now,
she's falling, she's going to cast Dead Ward death ward on herself.
Okay.
I do that. Can I
You're
do that?
so smart for
You
that.
can, yeah.
That's what she's gonna do. Oh shit! She's gonna fall.
Are you going to try to swoop in and grab her?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to grab her on your... You're going to try to make it so she lands on your back, or are you going to try to talons?
I'm gonna try to get her on my back because I'm assuming I grabbed the paper with my
Okay,
talons.
that'll be another acrobatics.
Okay. Okay, 18.
18. How much does your character weigh?
How do I know that?
Ooh, I'm big though.
Yeah, I know you're big.
I'm Lorg.
I don't know. She's.
I mean, how much do you think your character weighs?
Probably like 145 pounds,
Okay.
130.
So, I would say you fell probably about like 10 or 15 feet, given that your weight and kind of whatever fucking physics math that's going to require for that. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Because you're going to essentially, she's going to like land on your back pretty hard.
I'm rolling all good numbers right
So
now.
glad.
And
So
I'm
glad.
kind of scared that it's gonna go bad again. That is you said a dexterity?
Yes.
21.
21. Nice. So she essentially like hits your back, and you are able to hold on to the map as she hits you on your back.
Okay. Are we gonna? We're gonna. Okay. I knew I wasn't gonna die. Because I know how I'm gonna die.
Oh, so you didn't know you didn't think you weren't gonna die not because you trust me, just because you know how you're gonna die. Okay.
The trust came because I knew how I was gonna die, and I knew you wouldn't let it
Okay,
happen.
but it wasn't trusting me. It was trusting your vision. Okay, let's go back down.
You swoop back down and land. Okay. Here, you can take that back. It's like, I'm never giving you the maps again.
We're not gonna talk about this.
I laminated it and everything while we were.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
Sable's gonna try to
I
feed you a
have a-
ration.
As a bird?
Yeah.
Are you going to eat
good
it in your
job.
mouth first
Like-
and then, baby bird it?
It's big.
I'll take the ration. I'll nom on the ration. I have a question. This telepathy thing, can we make it so we can select which person it goes to, or does it just automatically go to everyone?
Goes to everyone.
No.
So I said we're not.
There's going to be a
about
give
this.
and take here, folks. This isn't just going to be walkie-talkies of the mind.
That's why I asked. I said we're not going to talk about it in mind to you, but I didn't realize it goes to everyone.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about what?
I fell.
I know. We
But
heard you.
That's the only thing that happened.
Essentially because you guys were talking telepathy because you can't speak to animals. So we heard the entire dialogue the entire time. Everything you said.
That high up?
It's of the mind. And you were only
This
probably
reaches- this
50,
reaches
60 feet in the
Pretty
air.
far then. Okay.
Mental note.
So we saw where the mountain peaks were. So I'm just gonna say we're gonna head in that direction.
Okay.
Well, they're on both sides of this mountain range. If you look at the map, they're kind of on both
Yeah.
sides of the trees that lead to this place.
So we just need to go in between.
Yeah.
And it should go into the gate.
I'm just saying we're going towards where I saw them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How are you going to navigate the fog? That's the biggest portion. Is
That's
because there will be, essentially, because I think that would probably be as from what you discerned, that would be the only thing that he wasn't lying about. Essentially, is that the fog can be dangerous, as you've seen now with the fucking hag that just came out of nowhere.
Guys, I can't really do anything about the fog right now. If I rest, I might be able to talk to Flossidus and change out some of the spells I've prepared. But I still don't know if he was lying specifically about how we can't just separate the fog or just if it was dangerous. So I don't know if any wind spells would get rid of the fog.
Is there a little path on the ground? Can we see a path?
I mean, essentially, there's a kind of cleared thing, but it only goes about a certain feet.
We could just follow it blindly.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's-
it just depends.
It's going to risk things, though.
They want to just walk all along the stream and see, because it looked like the stream was going towards where the mountains were.
The stream's just kind of going into the fog again. At 50, there's a certain distance that you can see forward. That's about it. The water is kind of creating a little bit of a pocket, but that's like,
Hira's not getting off of this horse.
I say we just stick.
does it
next
go away
to
once you get
the
off of
river.
it?
No, she
Okay.
wants to be able to run.
Yeah.
She has to run. She's staying on the horse.
We can just probably ride the horses along the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, just, what Sable said, follow the water.
Why can't we stay on the path?
I mean,
That goes
we-
to where we're going.
How again? Can't stress this enough. You can only see so far forward, and if you don't figure out a way to navigate it correctly, you could result in danger. I'm probably telling you more than I even should at this point, but
Can't Nylea help us?
She doesn't interfere.
Can she? Yes.
Will she?
She would like for me to figure things out on my own.
Could always ask.
She's a proper teacher. She doesn't give me the answers to the tests.
Well, let me see.
Does Stella have...
That's what I was just.
Any
I was
side?
like, "Where's Stella's sheet?" Stella got anything?
does
going
any
on?
animal companions?
Yeah, I've got Halma, but, I don't know. That's not really how, clairvoyance works.
you said the water. How did you plan on us going up the water?
Well, I was gonna tell them about the ferry, but they didn't want to leave the horses.
Well, that's Jack's asking you.
Oh,
It's hard to tell sometimes. They have similar voices.
I know. That's the point.
so I can conjure this cool skeleton guy. He's my friend for a little while.
Oh.
And he can lead us up the river. He's a ferryman. If we wanted to.
So he's just a cool skeleton guy.
He's a little more than that. Just a little more. I just have to keep him on my good side
Is
and
he-
concentrate.
Oh, is he evil?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. He's a devil.
I don't know how. Verity, do you have any thoughts about this?
Do I know the difference between a fiend and a devil?
He's a lunar devil, it says. Lunar devil or bearded devil.
Give me a history check.
Eleven.
11? Not really. The distinction is that, a fiend comes from a much darker place. The devil's very clearly from that of, the hells. The Ignimortums.
As long as I maintain concentration, he really won't do anything. Oh
What if you get, hurt?
my gosh, all these what ifs. This would help us get out of here. What if the people behind us came up and they were like, stab, stab?
And you can see, based on previous perception checks, right? You can see that the fog is, essentially broken over the water.
Mm-hmm.
The fog doesn't sit above the water for too long. Or at least to condense anyway.
I know I made a big fuss about it back in Luare. How important are the horses versus getting out of here?
The horse is like... They, look over.
Well, they could follow
Stop
us.
eating and, look.
I'm sorry.
I told them that I would get them to safety.
They could follow us. At least we'll be for sure safe, and they'll be able to navigate the side of the river much better than
How
us.
deep is this
The water?
water? Could the
Make
horses
an investigation check.
walk in the water? 17.
17? It's 10 feet deep.
Jesus fuck.
Horses can swim.
What if there's
Yeah,
something
but not
in the
very
water?
fast.
There could be something in the water. Why are you laughing at me?
My brain just went to the get in the water.
That's exactly where mine went. Exactly where mine went.
I knew I should wear my epic sweater today.
Ira, you told me it's so hard.
I don't think a little devil guy is the best path forward.
The horses fit on the boat.
How much weight can the boat hold?
It says that I can take up to one companion per my level across a river or body of water.
Right. Companion.
The horses aren't my companions?
I don't think they classify as that.
Okay.
I would say the horses are companions.
They classified it as an ally earlier.
Because they are on your
Yeah.
side, but companions, I would assume,
I don't know what that word is.
based
Weird.
on that, is based around a human's weight.
humanoid.
Okay.
But one of them was once like
Oh,
you know it.
Once was a human. We can only take that one. That's the other. Sable, I know you haven't been around for this, but I have a bit of trauma related to undead things.
You stuffed up?
What?
Stuffy? There allergies?
No, it's just my Eliana voice.
Oh, okay.
She's
Well, it
just
sounds
a little
sniff stuffly a little bit more than usual.
I did mow the grass today.
Well, technically, it's a devil. So I was wrong about the skeleton part. I couldn't remember.
Okay.
And devils are known to be like, I don't know, kind of cute sometimes,
I
right?
don't think that's necessary. That's not what I've heard.
No?
But maybe my mom was lying to me.
She was a very nice lady.
You don't have to lie to me. You can't lie.
That's right. You got 3 days.
She was not a very nice lady.
Yeah.
You can't lie either. I just realized
So,
that.
can you give me a history check?
See if this will roll well for once. Yes, a 19.
Okay. So you all recall the spell that you're trying to convince them about. And when you do, you realize that it's not necessarily like a boat in the literal sense, where you essentially like can go up the river with this boat. Essentially, it's a form of planar travel. You get on it and you ascend across what is, I guess, in theory, the river of Styx between plains, and then come out the other side in a body of water near where you needed to go.
Which is worse.
For Eliana, hell yeah. it's worse.
It goes through the ethereal plane.
And
That's not.
I'm gonna rule that when it says companions, it is referring to that of a humanoid shape and size and weight. That can vary based on the human's like weight and demeanor, but horses are hundreds of pounds. They're pretty large.
All right. So Sable recalled that.
Yes.
You know what? On second thought, I don't really want to take you to the ethereal plane. So let's...
Lore question. What would the River of Styx be considered in this universe?
It says River of Styx in my...
Yeah, but in this universe. So essentially this is it's a kind of like fluid version of something similar to where you were when you guys were outside of your bodies. It's not the astral plane,
kind of like
but
a
it's
purgatory.
it's kind of like a world between worlds. And essentially the way that it works in this world is...
Sorry to throw a huge lore question.
No, it's fine. It's essentially like it's almost like you're traversing this like river that kind of exists in what we would see as like if we were standing on it, you would see that it's like essentially like almost like a river that's not. It's like it looks like it's in a sewer, right? Because it's got like the bricks kind of like in an arch like over top, but to celestials, fiends, things of that nature. This is something that's like kind of almost like the equivalency of a ley line, but we would perceive it as something tangible, something that we would essentially assume is very much like the boat ride in Willy Wonka, where it's like a bunch of like fucking images and lights and stuff, but you're in this like enclosed kind of like space. But it's like it's as if like a sewer and nature like were stacked on top of each other. So essentially, it's like this like stone kind of thing, but it's like the River Nile that kind of goes underneath it. So it's like an enclosed River Nile, which it's complicated, but it's essentially the water itself is made up of like different like in flowings of like magic and ley lines and souls and things kind of
Okay.
traversing different things, and it's
That was the part that I had the
it's
question.
very,
That was
it's
like,
very like it's similar to that of what actually the river Styx
Okay.
is.
I was like, in this universe, is it like also related to like undead, like the soul thing? And I'm like, oh, that was cool. I like that. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about going to a place where there's lost undead souls.
You would be protected by myself and the Veiled One.
Okay. I also don't know how.
We just got back from like a place like that. Can we
Yeah.
not go back, please? I don't.
I really don't want to deal with any more devils.
I feel
fiends
bad
right
for
now.
the horses. DM is like, guys, please take her boat, and we're
No.
like, but the horses.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about the horses. I don't want to go back another.
I want to take my boat.
It's very
so
much
bad.
like the tangible whole situation where you know you have it if you need it kind of thing. If
I
you
don't-
don't use it, but
I don't feel like plane hopping is on the agenda for the day.
Yeah, you guys kind of look like you've been through a lot.
Okay, so if we're not worried about the horses, Eliana, can you fly us there?
Technically, well, I can't take the horses with us.
I understand that, but like,
Forget about the horse.
if it's us or the horses, we're gonna have to leave the horses.
I could kill them, and then you
What?
wouldn't.
Can you stick them in the box?
The problem would be gone. Just saying.
Can you stick them?
I could reanimate them, and then we'd have cool
I'm
skeleton horses.
with you. Just
That-
do it. Like this is we're getting lost in circles here.
Don't kill the horse.
Okay, then make
Nope.
a decision.
That's one of the worst things you've said so far.
I don't think so.
Here, can they fit in your box?
I mean, we've all said a lot of things.
Not the whole like stopping you in your tracks. The horses can fit in her box. You've tried crazier shit. Can they fit in the box?
It is designed for animals.
It is.
Please, can we try?
Come on, do it. You want to do it so bad.
Make an Arcana check.
Guidance.
That's a 3.
Let Velocitus guide you. oh, well.
She got that
said
dice onto the
goodbye.
floor. Dirty 20. No.
Oh, we were so
21. 21.
I saw you like pause.
So
Come on. Do it.
in a sense, there is a bit of a decision you need to make. Either keep Oyer in the box, or you get the horses. There is not both.
Sorry,
Especially
guys.
because there
Fair
are
enough.
5 horses that you would need to put in there.
It's a big ass box, though.
Right. As we've learned in the past, the ecosystem shifts to that of what is being put into it. So if the horse's ecosystem does not sustain Oyer, that is like it's kind of like a one or the other situation. There's 5 horses to 1 Oyer, so it wouldn't be a Hot Bowels ecosystem. It would be
Yeah, but Stella and Oyer's been in the same box before.
Yeah. And that's not even close to the same.
in theory, they are both similar in size. You're kind of, it's very much
I
like,
mean, she's gonna choose all year, so you don't have to sell it to me. Like, she's gonna choose all year to stay in the box.
but right, but think about it this way. Essentially, a fox and a hop owl are both woodland critters. Horses are very much like fields, like large open spaces. It's not the same. Which is why Stella and Oyer have been able to be in the same box. The horses and Oyer would not necessarily match up.
Makes sense.
Same reason like when the person tried to go in the box and it changed to that kind of...
Major city, metropolis. No, it didn't do that. It broke.
No, I didn't do that. That's not candy.
Well, I went inside it once.
Look, a lot of things have been in Ira's box.
Okay.
What? So, like, they can, but then, like, all yours gonna have to come
Not
out.
the nice.
And that's not.
Have you kept him close?
No.
Okay. There he drops the topic.
I don't know who would notice, but Ira's very, like,
Muted.
inward
Mhm.
right now.
Okay.
So, hear me out. She kills the horses, but then brings them back so then they wouldn't die because they wouldn't need food or anything, but they would just be undead. They'd just be chilling.
Could they fly?
I don't think so.
Does
I
anyone
don't,
have?
I don't think it. They don't get wings.
No,
I
they
don't
don't
think
get wings.
It could be.
How would they?
That's not.
Because we've all seen death. We could see
No.
them.
Omit that. That's not. No, I don't need that copyright bullshit. We already know how J.K. Rowling is. Okay.
Let me consult. I'm gonna turn into a horse again.
Jack's like kind of like
No,
nudges.
no, no, you will not.
Jack's like nudges. Sable was like, see, we got her there. Like,
What?
You cannot tell them.
What? That's so mean. They need to
I'm
know what
just
they're
being
getting.
honest. If you tell them, they're going to get scared and run anyway. Then
Then
their
they're
deaths
stuck
are on
out
your
here.
hand.
Yeah.
Not a sweet little death that I would give them. You know what I mean? Like little stab to the throat, all good. But they would run out into the fog and die.
I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of the crazier conversations we've ever had. It's getting real unhinged.
It's the fog.
What is it? What do you mean you'll bring them back? What does that do?
How do we?
Well, I guess, and he stabs the white horse in the neck. I guess the only way is to show her, right?
So.
I mean, it wasn't our horse.
But you got shit and I got shit for killing a kid.
Whose horse is that? That's definitely gonna hit. It's a 13 base.
Can I step in front of the horse?
Animate a humanoid.
Can I step in front of a horse? Can I step in front of the horse and take the damage?
Do you have bait and switch?
No. Wait, what did he roll?
You rolled a 13. And
Plus.
horse's base
11.
is
Yeah.
11.
I'm gonna use a woe on that.
Okay, all right.
But what was the modifier on it?
Yeah,
So it's a 13 plus.
it's a 13, and if he
Oh.
has it's a plus 7, so it's a dirty 20.
I thought you.
Yeah, no.
I thought you meant it was a
no,
total
he
13.
he hit it with the long sword he's got on his.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I wasn't lying, but
Don't you have revivify?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I need a nap.
And you also
You
need
need a
a
nap.
300 gold diamond for it.
I have that.
Does this outright kill a horse? Because if not, I'm gonna heal this horse.
I mean, I can roll the damage.
Oh my gosh.
Eliana is mortified.
It's 6 plus 5, so that's 11.
I don't know how much.
I guess not, because I think their health is 13.
Nice.
Oh my.
Ira's gonna get off the horse, silently walk over, put the remaining of
Yeah,
her lay
it's
on
13.
hands.
It's 13.
Put the remaining of her lay on hands. On
We tried.
this horse.
we tried.
Let's just wander the fog, please.
happening?
Sable doesn't care about death. She.
So, how many did the horse need?
It only needed because he rolled 12. It was at 13. for
So-
damage. So essentially had 1 HP.
Okay. I get it back up. It's fine.
It like
She's gonna look. She's gonna go over to Jax and
it like fucking takes off the white horse.
she's
takes
gonna
off.
go up to Jax and she's gonna get like eye to eye with him and say just very matter of factly, you need to remember who you're with. Because that is a direct violation of everything that I am.
Okay.
And she's gonna get back up on her
High horse.
horse.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ira.
Okay, well, what I can do is I can let us know if something bad is going to happen in the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
If you want.
Okay.
When we decide what we're doing, I have to have something to
Did
ask.
the other horses run off when that happened?
Ooh.
I feel like they. I feel like every single other horse was gonna run off.
The other horses have seen some shit, given what they've been through with you guys at this point.
Also,
That
horse
wasn't even their
one
friend.
Of them.
Yeah, that wasn't their guy.
To be
So
fair.
he just ran off. That's why he attacked that horse, because it was the dickhead's horse. So it had no bearing to what our stuff. So it wasn't one of ours. And but Jax says, "We're getting lost in the weeds. We need to get the fuck move on." And he twists the ring on his finger and he casts fear at the other 4 horses, and they take off.
Okay.
So can we fucking go, please? Change into the horse. You get on. Let's go.
I really like you.
I'm sick of this. Horses, no horses. Now there's no horses.
No horses to worry about.
Noodles,
and we don't know
no
what happened to them, so it's not our fault.
Okay.
They'll figure it out.
Get on. Ellie, are you a horse
I'm
now?
still an eagle.
Why don't we just fly?
Now that we have no...
Now that we have no horses, can we just fly?
Yes.
Let's just fly above the fog and
Okay.
get there.
Okay.
So then, what about Ira? What about us? You just gonna go up there and we'll meet you there, I guess?
Well, we established. I thought that like we could all
Yeah.
on an eagle, like all of us would fit on
Yeah,
an
All
eagle.
4 of us?
Yeah.
Can you hold all 4 of us?
Yeah, I can hold up to. When I've turned into an eagle, I think I've turned into an eagle once before, but I don't remember. It was a while ago. Fuck. Giant eagle. D&D. I did have it open, but it's not open now.
For the record, I have nothing against horses.
Yeah, I
I
love
feel like I
horses.
need to say that.
It's character. It's my character.
Jax is just kind of in a no-nonsense mood. And he personally probably wanted to see somebody come back to life. Or a horse.
Me too.
Yeah, no,
He
you know what? No,
literally-
I liked the idea of a skeleton horse, and I wanted to see it.
He literally just saw Verity come back to life, and
A horse.
Yeah, but not a zombie horse.
So cool.
you know who you are? You're DM. You want to see zombie horses? You can make zombie
No,
horses.
I tried. Everybody got all up in arms. Everybody was like, whoa.
Wow.
Killed the bad guy's horse, and you know. You stab one horse, and it's like,
Champion of Nylea.
You literally try to kill a horse for funsies to see what would happen.
wasn't a good horse.
Carrying capacity. Your carrying
How does
capacity.
it kill a horse?
So
Well, you killed a kid. Don't talk.
Yeah, that's true.
I can
This is just a horse.
carry no more
Who
than
was a
4.
was
so
a-
1, 2, 3, 4.
Person?
Yes, was a
Okay.
person at one point. I was trying to figure. I don't know what species they were beforehand.
Not a child.
The child.
What's worse than no?
The child. So you're gonna get on the bird. We're gonna get on the bird.
Yes.
Okay,
Just.
How does the steed disappear?
you tell me.
I don't know.
You can unsummon it, I think.
You just leave it there.
No, I don't do that. The steed disappears if its hit points hit 0, or if I die. When it disappears, it leaves behind anything it was wearing or carrying. Cast a spell again, decide to summon the steed that disappeared, or a different one. Could have an army of celestial steeds.
So, I mean, I guess for flavor's sake, like, you can summon it and desummon it. It's very much like a little bit of like a video game, I guess, in a sense of like, this is just like a horse that you need when you need it, and if you don't, you don't.
I wanted her to try a cool thing. If she like de-summons it while she's on it and tries to just like land on her feet.
Okay, I'll allow it. Give me an athletics check.
Fuck.
Or acrobatics.
I'm gonna guide. Just why not? $15.
No, you land on your feet.
14.
Cool little, like,
14.
you know, as you hit on the ground.
No, 15.
Still works.
Anytime odd numbers get involved, I'm like, what's math?
We fine?
Better be, or I'm getting that horse back out.
I'm flying. Okay.
Okay.
A guilty conscience weighs on Eliana as she promised to save the horses.
Technically, you did save them from us.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what Sable's thinking.
Jesus Christ.
Save them from a terrible death in the fog, or save them from us.
I'm flying towards the two.
I really want to
Horses and
see
mountains.
if I can make you forget about the horses by casting animal friendship on you, but I don't think it would work because you're immune to charms because you're an elf.
Well, I have
But-
advantage against charms, but also I'm technically not.
You're not
an
a beast.
Animal, yeah.
You're not a beast. Yeah.
I'm a beast.
Because
but I'm
you
not
mean
that
it no harm is I can just like make the horses not afraid of me anymore after I stabbed the one. It's like, hey, it's fine.
Hey,
I'm sending this to you so I don't forget.
So you essentially we all get on Eliana's back and kind of take off into the sky. And from a distance away, you're seeing very, very far away. You can see like airships like kind of taking off from this space. But you essentially it takes a good chunk of time. It's obviously less time because you guys are in the air to travel that far. But after some time, you manage to make it to this area by nightfall. And the Aarencia Aeronautical Alliance, essentially, it's this massive kind of, it looks like almost like a military fort. It's large, kind of like large stone walls, but it's kind of like a mixture between a military fort and a harbor. But essentially, it's not. Its walls are kind of up on the side of the water. So essentially, it's like there's no way to get to it from the water. But you see that it's kind of extended very far. Like the way that this is structured, it's kind of like going very far enough that like the airships can kind of lift straight up and then kind of take off. As you kind of fly overhead, you see these. There's a group of like kind of armed, like they're either the Montem Bellatorum, kind of like they essentially have a group of them stationed here, and they kind of soar up from this thing as a group of griffins take off from the walls of this space. And they kind of are approaching you all on this eagle, and you see them kind of staying stationary as you kind of fly close, and they say, "Halt! This is restricted airspace. State your business here."
because they can't understand me.
Well, maybe one of us should try.
Sable looks at Jax.
Kira,
I'm a lot of ideas.
do you think you could?
Me again.
You got a little badgy thing.
Me again.
You're an adventurer.
Technically, I looked at Jax. Yeah.
She pulls out her badge, I guess. I haven't had to use that in a while. We're just looking for passage.
What business do the adventurers have here?
Honestly, I'm kind of trying to not die. And I'd just like to get home. To Portimar, please.
We don't got any airships going to Portimar.
You have a place that maybe like a layover somewhere?
Land your...
Eagle?
What's the fucking term for birds? Avian. Land your avian over by the entrance gate. And he kind of like we'll guide you down.
Her. Yeah, I like tell you through where
Yeah.
to go.
Well, you as an eagle can still understand common though, right?
Oh, because I'm also not the animal, so like I'm still Eliana,
Yeah,
so I
you
can
still have the
understand.
intelligence.
If I was polymorph, then I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
understand, but I can imagine.
It's just you're just communicating to you.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
So you essentially the griffins kind of escort you down to this like gate. There's like probably like 4 of them that kind of like almost like kind of come up on each side of you as they kind of like land down.
I resist, and we get shot from the sky. I follow.
You land kind of at the front of this gate, and you see that the fog is cleared about a good 60 to 100 feet away. Like the fog that's kind of choked the area kind of ends at a certain point, or at least it's been dispelled by a certain. There's a lot of. You see that there is kind of the river that you saw flowing earlier is actually like leading to a moat that has kind of like been carved around this fort that kind of leads to the coast. And essentially that they're using this water to kind of divert the fog away from their place, because the water is essentially surrounding the area. This large kind of like iron and steel gate kind of like crashes down as you guys essentially kind of the griffins kind of like, and it's wide. This is like massively wide, and the griffins kind of land on both sides of you as they are kind of walking up with you. Do you stay as a bird?
Yes. I'm undercover.
Why? Because the cult.
Can I follow them? As a
I'm the
bird?
one they want.
Natural 20. It's a little bit of like a non-lethal unarmed strike. Like Jax kind of like taps you on the head, like.
My shoulders shrug and my feathers.
I say to Eliana, like, through our minds, like, this could be a bigger problem if you aren't truthful now, so please just
Okay.
be yourself.
And some of the guards are kind of like, oh,
Hi.
you best be staying in your form. Change again. Don't need any deceivers here.
What if I was a bird for real and I just change it? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Haha. That was a
Got a
joke.
thing against birds. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So you essentially are escorted into this, kind of up to the gates, and there's a significant level of security. The Montebello Torum, essentially, there's these group of kind of aeronautics guards that they essentially look a lot like they're like almost like old school fighter pilots, but have a lot of like kind of scale armor that they're wearing. A lot of like the kind of aeronautic symbols and things that kind of make up this like crest of the Aarencia Aeronautics Alliance. And because it kind of looks like that of like a ship's helm, but it's almost like the spokes of the wheels are propellers, as it's kind of like making this kind of a spoke shape. And you can see as you look close, the 3 A's are kind of making this like triangle amidst the inside of the spokes with the way that the lines are kind of going. And it's like kind of all kind of like in this like the large pauldron. It almost like if you remember Titans from Destiny, where they have like that large kind of like pole, it's kind of like something similar to that, where like if they need to lean a certain way, they use it as like a guard. The group is like kind of starts kind of essentially like security, like checking all of you. There's a level of, they have these kind of batons that are like using the like enchanted with runes on the side that for like detect magic. So they're kind of like scrolling kind of like up and down, like all of you guys. And they're there's essentially like there's a station there where they're saying, all right, put all of your weapons, magic items, things that would be deemed dangerous. We just need to make sure that there's nothing dangerous here that's going to be, you get them back. Just make sure they're not going to, people have tried to smuggle in explosives and the like. Make sure there's nothing dangerous.
Are we in TSA right now?
Essentially, yeah. Essentially, it's TSA, yeah.
Ira is going to take the box. You've said we're in TSA.
Yeah.
Take the weapons, put them all, in the plastic container to go through the X-ray machine, all of that.
Yeah.
And then, you know how like with cats, you have to take them out of the kennel to walk them through? She's going to take out the box. She's going to take all your out of the box.
And you see it because like they're essentially batoning you.
Yeah.
As they like batoned, because it was like on your hip, it went, like it like made like a really large like noise as it goes.
Takes all your out of the box.
Stella out of there too.
Yeah. Takes Stella out, gives her to
Fine
Cole.
with me.
Eliana.
Sorry.
You're still in the doghouse for killing the horse. Trying to kill the horse.
Okay.
I
was just horsing around. Sorry.
And I don't. And I guess she kind of like holds all your like, kind of like how I hold Ellie.
Oh.
So like not on her shoulder. She's not letting him faff about. Like she's like holding him. So yeah.
How soon will we get our stuff back? We've just kind of been under attack for a
Well,
bit.
you see that they're essentially kind of like pushing him through this like, it looks like kind of like a circular kind of smaller like stone gate that has like runes on each of the sides.
Oh my god.
And there, as things go through, different runes light up, kind of designating different things. And so essentially, like, who's gonna go first?
Is there a rune for like each?
Ira
like,
can. That's fine.
So Ira goes first. So essentially, like, there's one that like lights up, like as your, like Nylea's bow and quiver kind of go through it, but then as the box goes through, they all light up. Essentially, there's like a crazy kind of like they all illuminate, and then they kind of like stop for a second and they look, and then like I feel like at this point you'd have to like explain what the box does, and you kind of like put all your like kind of almost like dip them in and pull them out. It's kind of like how you scruff a cat, kind of like dip them in and then like pull them back out. And they're like, okay, and so like essentially you go through with all like your kind of like magic items and things like that. Everything seems to check out and it's fine. They essentially, what they do though is they kind of put this, it's almost like, those things that you put over drinks, like the kind of like with the straws that go through the top. They put one of those over top of the quiver, and it kind of like
a peace
ratchets like over top the quiver, so you can't pull any of the arrows out. So essentially, it kind of almost locks down the weapon. And they kind of do the same thing with like the daggers and things that like need to stay sheathed. So essentially, it's like their way of keeping weapons from being kind of drawn inside the facility. Yeah.
When I go through, does my hand do a weird thing?
No. Your
Not
hand's
at
fine.
all? Okay.
Yeah, your hand's normal.
She feels like she's being tracked.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And there's like
there's
like remnants of it.
do our tattoos light up?
yeah, I mean, like essentially, like the wands essentially kind of like go through like on the tattoos and stuff. So you go through, and they essentially, you see that they're kind of like putting these clasps on like the daggers and on like the bow and stuff. And they kind of say like, all right, make sure that bow stays on you back there. And kind of does the same thing with Jack's. His essentially kind of, he has a special like, there's like two like kind of like arches, right? He has to go through the other one because they know that he's like a changeling, or essentially like they kind of pick up, there's like high magic with the wand. So he goes through, and it kind of like a couple of runes that kind of like certain ones kind of light up indicating, and he kind of goes through. Who's going to go next?
Verity's gonna go last.
Okay.
Sable can go.
Sable's going to go.
Does she have to put her tarot cards down?
Yes.
nightmare at the airport.
Essentially,
Yeah.
all the different like items and stuff you have in your pack and like all that stuff has to kind of clear through this
Okay.
like thing.
So her like mace and her tarot cards.
Yeah, and so essentially as like the mace and everything goes through, everything seems fine.
Do
but
they touch your
then
tarot cards?
I hope not.
the tarot cards, like as it goes through this like thing, there's like 5 runes essentially, right? There's like a red, green, yellow, blue, and an orange. And the red, yellow, and orange all light up as the tarot cards kind of go up underneath. They stop for a moment, and the like kind of the guards have to like they kind of like essentially like they lift a card, they like look at it and they're like and they kind of like put it down, and then they kind of take the wand and they kind of wave it over, and it does make a noise. And they're like, it's fine. And they're like, all right, you know. And so you make it through. You reclaim all of your things. Do you go next?
Yes.
So essentially
With
you have to
Stella trotting behind me.
yeah. So essentially they have Stella go through the other archway.
Okay.
And essentially the same kind of lights, kind of except for one, it's like 2 out of the 3 that lit up for Jax light up for Stella just because of the change, like ability to change. So essentially it kind of like goes through your tattoo and everything. They kind of like wand it, and it's the same thing. And you notice there's a certain thing when they kind of like are wanding over you, as it gets to like around your head. It essentially like kind of like pings there, and they kind of like look, and they kind of like almost like tap to see if there's like anything, and nothing like tangible is there. And essentially like your magical items and stuff are doing the same thing with like your weapons and clasping everything. And I would think though with you, it's interesting because they're noticing like all the books. There's like a lot of stuff in your pack that are like essentially like remnants from different times and places and different people that have either come and gone. So you have a little bit of a modge podge of a lot of things. But essentially after a little while you make it through.
My gigantic ass book bag, my gigantic herb bag.
So everything needs to be taken out?
Yeah.
So, like, I imagine, like, because as she's taking all her stuff out, the little red wax figure in the scrump, like straw one that Dawn made, is, like, out there.
Yep.
She's
I
still
forgot
holding
about the
They're
wax
seeing these like
figure.
looking like almost like voodoo dolls as they're like putting them on the
I didn't put the wax
she
in my
also-
inventory. I got to do that.
Yeah.
And she, like, just busts out her, like, short bow and arrows and puts it on there that she's never used.
yeah.
And it's very hesitant with the daggers.
Yeah. So you put the daggers on this like kind of thing, and they kind of slide it through this arch, and essentially all the lights light up on these daggers. But as it like kind of goes through, it stops like through the arch. All of them light up, but then it slowly kind of like almost like think of like a slot machine when it like hits a jackpot. Like the lights are kind of going up and down, back and forth for a second, and then a couple other guards are kind of running over in this instance, and they're checking out the daggers, and they're kind of you see similar to the goggles you've seen the adventurers use. They essentially have to put on these like special goggles, and they're like kind of breaking out like these like heavy gloves, and they're like taking the daggers and they're like holding them up and stuff, and like
They're
kind of
antiques.
examining them. And essentially they kind of like give you like a side look, and
There's a fucking soul in there that you took.
There's several souls.
There's
in
yeah.
there.
and essentially they essentially take out like this like this is like a heavy metal box, and they open it, and they set the 2 daggers in it, close it, and then they put 5 locks on it, and they say, all right, you're good to go.
Jesus.
When we leave, how do we get the locks off?
As you exit the aircraft in the other in the
Okay,
ports
perfect.
where you're coming from,
Perfect.
a lot of the harbors that can take airships, they have things to unlock these.
Perfect. Thank you. Same with
It's
the
it's a bit of a precaution.
quiver. Everything?
Yeah, those
Okay.
are more of easy removable by the flight attendants and things. This is And he like taps the box and he's like, this is a special circumstance.
How likely is it for people to like smuggle things in?
It's not. And he kind of gives you a side look.
I'm not asking for myself. There's some
Oh, right, yeah, just
people-
asking for a friend.
There's just some people that have been after us a little bit, so we're just kind of scared of them.
Well, the Aarencia Aeronautical Alliance is one of the safest places in all the realm.
Okay.
We make sure of it.
Okay.
And he kind of like makes like the gesture. Like, I'm watching you.
Can't lie. That means nothing.
Oh, I speak in riddles and I speak in rhymes. And he kind of like, not taking it seriously.
They're just, no, literally, they took a potion and they can't.
Our crappy guides.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna try to
only liquids 3.4 ounces
They've
are
already
allowed. No, I'm
drank
just
it.
kidding.
How heavy is this big metal box? Can Verity even carry it? 'Cause-
It's like 15, 20 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
well, we're stopping.
I
Every
mean, they're
10 steps.
big daggers. I drew them.
They're like,
So yeah. So essentially they put like the same kind of thing over the quiver and bow and like the kind of rest of like the different weapons and stuff that like kind of like the Jax has, like the like long sword and stuff. And
Do they put anything on my staff that I have? Because it's just a stick.
It's just a stick.
It's just a stick.
Wrap it in saran or like styrofoam. They
it's
put
essentially they kind of give you the
Like in
same
the
thing of
bubble wrap?
like, you know,
yeah.
keep that. Oh yeah, like bubble. They kind of like put like a foam padding around it,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, so you are all safely able to cross into this, and once you get inside, it's essentially like there are small like. Essentially, like it's very sense like a medieval airport, right? There are food places. There are.
Is it like the Atlanta airport? So it actually has proper like choices for
Has like
food.
well, this
and,
is like essentially like I said, like a military fort where there's like places to sleep, stay. There's like a tavern. There's like different like shops for essentially like, you know, like food, herbs, like small like amenities that you would need. Because essentially like if you need to like, you know, miss a flight or like things need to stay, and there is kind of like this like info kiosk that has like a couple of different like kind of like almost like tells you where like things are and kind of how to navigate the different place. It's like a bunch of plaques of like painted with like different like arrows and things to take you to different places. Who? Yeah, go.
I
for it.
was wondering if, so they probably definitely had us take off like our armor and stuff. Can we put that back on?
Yeah. You
or
had taken it
no?
off and put it back on. It's
Okay.
really the weapons that they had to kind of
Gotcha.
lock down. Essentially,
I just
armor
didn't
is
know if we were
fine.
allowed to wear that.
They essentially have you take it off though to go through everything so that they see there's nothing concealed in the armor as well as like in your stuff, your clothing. Yeah,
can I try and lockpick one of the locks?
you sure can. Go for it. Roll that sleight of hand check.
That would be a 29.
Jesus Christ.
29? 29?
29.
I'm gonna roll this first.
There's probably a fucking trap on that shit.
I just want to do one. I want to see if I can do it.
You take 60 points of necrotic damage.
You take 32 points of lightning damage.
Yep.
How much?
32 points.
I'm down.
You had 31
Wait, no, I take that back. I forgot.
HP.
I forgot I have the false lives though.
Oh
Nice.
That saved me.
my god.
I have 12 points of hit points.
Are you okay?
Verity, what?
You essentially you kind of like try to lockpick. You like.
Yeah.
Does this draw the attention of the security checkpoint we just walked through?
One of the guards looks over and sees that like Verity essentially gets like shocked, and you can kind of see like this like small little bit of sizzle like on the hair and stuff. He says, "Bet you won't try that again." And they,
You don't know me.
Verity.
What?
Verity, can we behave?
They stand in front of them?
He hears you respond and he says, "It doubles every time you try it."
Jesus fucking Christ.
I will try it again.
That's one way to take out a player character.
Right?
I'm suspicious of everyone at this point, so I'm going to take out my rose-tinted spyglass and try looking around and see if there's any suspects.
Doesn't that just show you what things are magical or not?
It shows me all creatures with the permanent ability to shapeshift.
Yeah, I mean,
softly when seen
there are people that shapeshift essentially. Like, there's like changelings and different things that are kind of in this area.
Keep
but
my
like,
eyes on him. Keep my eyes
Okay.
peeled.
Anything suspicious?
All right, Era. We came here for
A nap.
no, but that sounds very nice
No.
right now.
Well, I'm going to Port of Mar.
Can you remind me why?
I just feel like that's the correct place to be at the moment.
Okay. I will follow you blindly.
And
'cause
that
I trust
is
you.
my hometown, by the way, in case you didn't know that.
Oh.
So you're going to meet my parents.
I mean,
Behave.
and as you guys are walking through this, like this fort, you see that like there's probably about the space for 4 kind of airships, and you see that they all are kind of like taking off at different times, as each kind of over the course of the next like 20 to 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, each of the 4 kind of docks kind of empty as one of them takes off.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Where's the ticket counter?
You essentially
And are there different airlines like Southwest and Delta and American? And
No.
and does Ira's father have points with one of them?
oh my god, that's such a good question.
Look,
Oh.
what if
it
she
was
has?
a shot.
What if Dad has points?
You essentially go up to the ticket counter. That's essentially like, there's kind of like this massive ticket booth. So essentially it's like multiple booths. So there's kind of like different people working and stuff. And different people are walking away with tickets. And you approach. And there's kind of this kind of like middle-aged like ogre woman that's kind of just saying like, "Welcome to the Aarencia Airlines. What can I do for you?"
Her name better be Roz.
It's Ross.
It's Ross.
I'm aware there aren't any direct flights to Port of Mar, but do you have any that have preferably only one stop?
And she's kind of like looking through like a clipboard. There's one that's got a layover in, well, I guess in the shores. But
Sure what?
it's been a minute since I've looked at the map. Hold on. Sorry. This is like bad on me of like not knowing my own map off the top of my head. Been a minute. We've
The
been
college?
we've been on the west side.
It's been 1 week.
To the college?
Yeah.
Can I look at the map?
No.
Jeez.
It would be easier if we had our own map.
There's a layover in Oromar City, I guess. It's probably the closest. But there's a trade vessel going to Fort Ethos, or Ethios.
Guys.
At the,
Why did my heart literally jump to my throat when you said Oromar City?
The,
I got happy. I was like,
the next ship should be back in a few minutes. And
Can we take the Oromar City layover? And how long? I'm sorry for all the questions. I'm sorry. How long is the layover? I'm sorry. Is it like a sprint to the gate kind of situation?
She goes to
or-
speak, and then all of a sudden, there's like this level of
Damn it.
I
wanted to take a nap. And then they're going fucking.
there is kind of like almost like an alarm.
You can't sleep.
As
they lied to us.
guards are kind of like running through the airport, and
His cast
somebody
arrived.
comes up and says and kind of like whispers in this orc's ear, she says, I guess we have a bit of a situation. Probably can't sell any more tickets. The airships that were supposed to have arrived have not come back. we're looking into the matter at this moment, but we've lost contact with several of our airships. And the ones that have just departed have lost contact with those as well. And you hear in your mind, Ira,
Mine.
in
Yep,
in
of
Ira,
course.
a message from Akira.
Whoa.
Is Ben coming to visit and you didn't tell me?
No, I wish. He says, Lady Ton, I'm so sorry, but the port of Mar is under attack. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh,
we will see you next week in Off the Beaten Quest. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Pocket Bard for all the great battle music and music for the ambiance. And we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.